Like Reddit's darkest corners. Let's ride.
Hey guys, welcome back to another video. I have a lot of announcements, so I'm gonna try to make this very quick.
The
first announcement is
in blood.
600,000 subscribers. The last video,
This channel's popping off.
500,000. As of filming this video, we're at 622,000 subscribers, and honestly, thank you guys. Thank you to all the newcomers that are coming from Critical's channel. First of all, Charlie, thank you so much. I know I told you thank you in DMs, and by the way, guys, the fact that I spoke to
He's
Critical,
such a
like,
sweetheart. Unironically, he's such a sweetheart.
But I feel like I'm saying something I would like to repeat, so thank you to all the newcomers. Also, there was no like cinematic intro for this video because the channel intro editor known as Charge is actually he's actually editing the music video that's gonna be out soon. That's right. Cherry Soda.
He seems like a nice guy. He is.
Single, which I'm sure all of you guys are gonna like, even if you don't listen to Hyperpop. I'm sure you're all gonna like it. That's how confident I am. We do not have an official release date, but the video will premiere here on my channel live. Yes, I'll be in the chat. I'm literally gonna ping everyone on Discord and
fuck, man, that horse is really like hurt my head.
So it's gonna be a live event. I'm thinking 6 p.m. PST. So convert that over to whatever your time zone you're in. But seriously, it's gonna come.
We've seen Carl H.
Sure. So
yeah.
just keep your eyes open on that. It
We
might
saw
be
that
on
one.
the channel already, just like for the countdown thing. Hey guys, I want to let you guys know that I actually did an interview with Mocknix, and it's so extremely
Thanks, Resub
funny.
Granny.
I love this interview, and it's my first interview ever. So if you guys want to get to know me, make sure to check it out in the link in the description. And here's a little preview of what the interview looks like.
Tough.
It reminds me of Comedy Night.
Subscribers. That's
Guys, Mocknix is pushing P.
Turn off that fucking sign.
All bros, hit me up. Hit me the
Get this man a collab with 100 Gex. Do they still make music?
You could be right there.
100
So,
Gex is Piss
Reddit's
Baby,
darkest
right?
Corners. In this video, we will be covering specific subreddits and users that can be described as strange, disturbing, odd. And I know what you guys are thinking. Dude, all of Reddit is like disgusting. What are you talking about? I know it is. I know it is. But let's just go even deeper than the surface. This video will be a little
You don't
want
wanna go deeper than the surface on Reddit.
to help me out on certain topics. I want to give a big shout out to Juno over on the Tub Discord for
Thanks, Resub
helping me
Granny
out
and
with this idea.
Hero.
Juno gave me the idea. That's what I'm trying to say. If you guys have video ideas that you want me to cover, make sure to go leave it in the video ideas channel over on the Discord. I'm not gonna lie, literally like 9 out of 10 of them are horrible. I go on that channel. Dude, I remember someone requested me to talk about Harry Styles. Like, what do you want me to say? The dark side of Harry Styles. Like, no.
Harry
no.
Styles has
So,
probably got
okay,
some
here's my
fucked up
official
shit in his
subreddit. People
past.
say my intros are long. Okay, if they're long, literally skip to where the video starts. That's why I leave chapters in my videos, okay? So,
Does he?
skip, I don't care. Anyway, let's get started with it.
Oh, that's cute.
r/Jizzy cards.
Jizzy cards.
937 members. Oh boy, we're starting off strong with this one. Okay, r/Jizzy cards. If you had to take a guess of what that even meant, go ahead, take a guess.
Alright, I bet I can nail this. I would imagine it's people doing cum tributes on old video game cartridges. I would say it's people that like, I love Ocarina of Time so much, here's the N64 cartridge. Just fucking blast it. That would be my guess.
Certain you wouldn't have guessed men ejaculating onto video game cartridges and
But I did. I fucking did.
discs for fun. Yeah,
Yep,
pretty
but I
nice.
did.
There's only
I know these communities so fucking well. I've never heard of Jizzy Carts. I know this shit so well. Because there's other communities like this. Like I mentioned cum tributes. This is huge for like figurines. So like U2's has their own cum tribute community where people will get U2's of their favorite YouTuber or whatever and they'll literally just cum on it. They'll put it in jars and shit. Yeah, it's huge. It's fucking huge. So I knew right away Jizzy Carts had to be video game related. I bet most people go to like shopping carts or something of cum, but I fucking knew exactly where this was gonna go. Thanks for the anonymous 5 gift subs, man. And the 10 gift subs, huge ass Marcus. You guys like mods at Jizzy Carts or something? Yeah, hey, fuck yeah. Keep up the good work. And thank you for the generosity.
15 posts, and the subreddit was created in 2012. The most recent image was posted 3 years ago. It's safe to say that this subreddit is dead. The images consisted of 3 different accounts, but who's to say it wasn't just one person with 2 other alt accounts? The comments mainly consist of people questioning the existence of the subreddit and, requests? The main user posting these images goes
Oh,
by
I want to read the request. What did he want? If it wasn't Donkey Kong 64, they fucked up. That's a cool cartridge. Oh, better yet, Majora's Mask. That had the holographic. Good to see a rareware game being humiliated like this. I would shoot a load on Conker's Bad Fur Day, but I'm low on money at the moment. It costs nothing to ejaculate. Unless you have to put like a quarter in like a jar at your house like for every time you sin. I don't know what you mean. Or I guess like he has to buy the game.
The main user posting these images goes by ISVP7, and by clicking on this account, we can see he's still active. By the way, just by browsing this account, I got like 5 other strange subreddits that are in this video, so shout out to ISVP7. User Snapped Fingers. All credit to Eudoxia Mystery's video on this. He made a 25-minute detailed
Makes
video.
it a bit soulless in the prime Skelly.
He's almost at 100,000 subscribers, and honestly, he deserves a lot more. So make sure to subscribe to Eudoxia Mysteries. Anyway, this is a case of a missing or dead Redditor. I obviously can't cover everything in this video because I'm covering these things in a very broad manner just because it's a list video. This story begins with the user claiming that they can see things that aren't actually there, like paranormal things, and that they were told by experts on Discord that they have to make a sacrifice.
Experts on Discord, huh?
In order for the interdimensional beings to leave them alone. Discord experts? Like...
Yeah, that's what I said.
The things they describe
that's definitely a red flag.
Dark figures of humans, adults, and children, spiders, snakes, and more. They also explain that they are against medication and refuse to see a doctor. This story is very similar to that of Worthless 319, which we already covered on the channel, so make sure to watch that after this video. Eventually,
Worthless 319 was the video we watched. It's about the Redditor who claimed he blew his cock off to save the world with a gun. I'm pretty sure it was all a hoax. I looked into it further after the stream. I'm almost 100% sure that was all just a big, like, ooh, so edgy kind of thing. The pictures weren't even of, like, a dick that had been shot by a gun. It was just more of, like, a really deformed, weird wiener. I don't know how to describe it. But yeah, that was definitely not, like, a real thing. But the penectomy shit is real. There are people that do actually cut their cocks and all of that, but it wasn't that Redditor doing it.
Snapped Fingers questions the reality of there being a hell portal in the Paris catacombs and explains that they're booking a flight to put an end to this. What are the Paris catacombs though? During the Gallo-Roman period, many cemeteries within the city limits had become filled to overflowing, resulting in unsanitary and unpleasant living conditions. The problem grew so much that by 1786, these cemeteries were being emptied for reasons of public safety, with the remains of about 6 million bodies requiring to be reburied. The only location with sufficient room to hold them were all the former mine tunnels 20 meters beneath the city. Thus, the former limestone mines.
Someone got lost in the Paris catacombs and died.
As the catacombs. So yeah, it's a
I think there's like a YouTube video about it.
Actually, go visit. Some of it is open to the public. You just gotta pay. So back to Snapped Fingers. Their last post on the account, which was 2 years ago, reads, "We'll be entering the catacombs in a few hours-ish," with another comment under it reading, "Also, I am very fast. I used to run track back when I was in junior high school. I can likely outrun any possessed people. I am excited to finally close this chapter of my life and shut that blasted portal off for good." Now, personally, I do think this person was suffering from schizophrenia. Or, I could be completely wrong. This could be someone just looking for attention. The thing with these Redditor stories...
Most likely attention when on Reddit.
We don't know. We don't really know. There is going to be one on the list where we do get an update. But for the most part, these are people that just never signed back into the account. Rslash coming on figurines. 35.
That's what I was just fucking talking about. This is where they'll do like U2s, Marvel figurines, all kinds of shit. I was just talking about that. Yeah, this one's kind of popular. They go kind of wild.
0.9 thousand members. I mean, pretty self-explainable. It's always been a thing to nut on figurines. I can't even say that one. Wow. It's always been a thing to nut on figurines, especially in jars. Shout out to that.
Yeah.
Shout out to the My Little Pony jar. No idea why, but something interesting I found
back
about
in the
this
Brody
subreddit
era.
is that the owner
God
has
rest
a
their soul.
Patreon where you can enter for, quote, figurine giveaways. Yeah, there's 28 patrons paying monthly to get exclusive pictures and videos of a man nutting on anime figurines.
Yo, he's probably got a great collection.
Wow. Honestly, I just want to get all through
They're probably not there for the nut or for the collection.
Let's go over to the next one. R// inbreeding, 25.5 thousand members. When just fucking your family isn't enough. Their description reads, subreddit for posts about adult inbreeding, real or fantasy, porn or stories. AMA questions and
Jesus
answers.
Christ.
It's inbreeding related.
Makes his
Post it
tier 1
here.
play it
Personal
safe.
experiences are encouraged and supported. The post consists of a lot of people's stories, and honestly, I can't tell if they're real or just fantasy. When loading up the subreddit, we can see that this community is quarantined. When a subreddit is quarantined, it means that it's dedicated to shocking or highly
Thanks,
offensive
Resub Yule.
content, and you must be logged in order to access it. So basically like a shadow ban. And here's a strange comment I found. Well, the whole subreddit is more than strange, but again, I don't know if these people are telling the truth or just having some crazy fantasy roleplay. Congrats, that's awesome. My mom and I are currently both pregnant with my dad's babies, and that's awesome. Here's another comment that I found, and it comes
Probably
from the
not real.
perspective of a daughter that's dating her father. My current status is mostly a girlfriend, but he still sees me as a daughter often. I'll get scolded if I'm not careful enough, and sometimes that's a turnoff for me. Lol. Rarely he uses the phrase, because I'm your father, Christy, and we end up fighting. Fortunately for me, he's very sweet and caring, and he knows me very well, and he even hates the thought of hurting me, so he always makes up with me the same day.
Alright.
Cum tagging, 2,000 members. But yeah, this was just the guys splurging on objects. Men splurging on objects. I mean, that's it. There's nothing more to explain to that. We have public trash cans, airport toilet paper holders, campus bathrooms.
I
and
actually-
doors. Yeah.
So I don't know about cum tagging, but I do know there was a... I don't want to give too much away about the guy. I've talked about it before. We've talked about it before on the podcast. Used to have this thing where we talk to people from the Patreon podcast, and one of the people that was a regular is a U.S. soldier, and he was on a submarine. He was one of the nuclear subs. So in between his tours, he'd come on to the hangout with us, and he'd always tell us the stories about like the people on the subs to pass time will literally just like come on things in the sub. I don't know how real that is, or if it was just like his degenerate crew or whatever, but it's apparently like super common, at least on that vessel, because he would talk about it like pretty much every time he came back. Do we have any other like submarine boys in here that can confirm or deny? What episode? No, it was like just hangouts where we just talked to people. It was a while ago. We haven't done that in a couple of years now. Thanks, Resub Chewy. I heard living on those is fucking horrible. Oh, it sounds absolutely miserable. Yeah, it sounds true. I can't imagine a worse career than being on a submarine. You can't leave it. You're confined to such tight space, and apparently all your friends are just ejaculating on everything. Sounds terrible. My dad was on one, but I'm not going to ask him. Why? Just hit him with that, hey, Pop, you ever come on the sub? Thanks to the resub, Turbo. Sounds like the average frat house. Well, the way he described it sounded like everything a frat, like the worst parts of a frat house at the worst possible place. Seemed miserable. But yeah, apparently that's pretty common there. According to one guy that we talked to. That was the only guy we knew like that ever worked on subs. All the other veterans were usually in like, I don't know, like the Marines or something, sometimes Air Force.
Just continuing the list of wholesome subreddits on this list. Ew. That's so gross. Women hating subreddits.
I used to give some cheese.
It's not women hating the subreddits, but it's women hate. Men that hate women. I found a lot of subreddits that are now archived. They don't exist anymore, right? But we have r/beating women. We have r/r-wording women.
Jesus
we have
Christ.
r/hate women. We have r/just r-word. I'm not gonna go through what. I mean, you guys can imagine.
Yeah,
There's
I can
just
pretty
guys,
much take
I
a
hate
guess.
them, or I hate them. I want to do this to them. I want to R-word. Like, I found an archive of the R-wording women one. I mean, just look at the suggestions.
Oh
That's enough
my
to tell you.
god, what the fuck is this? There's a thing on Reddit where like almost every sub has the same moderators. I wonder if they were mods on here. I imagine at least one or two of them were. There's only like 100 mods on all of Reddit, and they happen to mod every other subreddit on that fucking site. Like, there's some mods that are literally a power mod of 100 other different subreddits.
Like, Reddit was a crazy place back then, and still is, but it was just a lot less monitored. r/iBletch, 228,000 members. iBletch is one of the more popular ones on the subreddit, especially if you're into gore and just disturbing things in general. I wouldn't use the word mainstream because we're going to talk about another subreddit that has like millions of members, but definitely more popular. It's ironic that this is one of the more popular ones because you can argue it has the worst stuff imaginable. r/iBletch became one of the main subreddits to visit for gore, especially when r/gore and r/watch people die.
Oh, I actually
banned by
remember when they
Reddit.
did that.
Why isn't this one taken down? According to some users, this subreddit is completely banned in some countries. However, I do not know which ones. Yeah, I have nothing more to add to this. I don't know what else to say about it. It's pretty gross though, so you know, a little warning if you guys want to head over there.
Was that first one
r/sink
Tub Girl? I didn't read it.
Pissers Gone Wild. 1.2 thousand members. We fuck shit up. This community is for the dedicated sink pissers who want to take their game to the next level.
Fuck yeah,
Created in
finally.
2019. This is a subreddit dedicated to people peeing in sinks.
Finally,
Asking
my kind of
why
people.
is pointless at this point. We're
My
talking
brethren.
about Reddit. Peeing in your sink, weird, but okay. I mean, you're not harming anyone, right? But these people go out of their way to sometimes pee in public sinks or their friends' bathrooms. Yeah,
Yeah,
it's
get
a thing
pranked.
to walk into your local retail store or a neighbor's house, a friend's house, walk into the bathroom and record yourself peeing in their sink, hoping that no one walks in, with captions like "fuck it, not my sink," cleaning out the neighbor's sink, and always better in a public sink. I think it's safe to say that the members of this server are not in the right headspace, and I'm sure some of them are gonna watch this. My videos get very popular now, and if I'm offending any of you, I'm sorry. I don't want any of you to fucking pull up to my house and start peeing in my sink.
True, you don't want
At
to
least
fuck
what
with the
I want.
sink
It's not like I have a
pissers.
piss kink or anything. I don't. I mean, imagine going to a friend's house and then thinking, "Oh boy, I can't wait to take a piss in their sink and record it for."
I'm sure everyone's pissed in a sink at
Guys,
least once in their
reminder,
life. Like, let's
if you guys are
not
enjoying the video
mince
so far, Make
words.
sure to leave a like, and if you're not subscribed, make sure to subscribe.
We've all been 2 or 3
User
Bud Lights
Condor
deep,
underscore
19 years
salesman.
old,
An
and
extremely sad story.
it's
of
a little
Redditor's
wacky.
Last words. His account has since been deleted, but I'll be using screenshots that I found from a YouTube video, so all my sources will be linked down in the description. This user would make extremely depressing posts on multiple subreddits. I'll read some so
Thanks
you
for
guys
good
get
sub,
the
Josie.
idea of what this person was
And
battling.
lukewarm.
I'm just struggling to understand the meaning behind enjoying life. If it's just gonna end at some point, either abruptly with no warning, young, or slowly and humiliatingly with old age. What is a hug supposed to feel like? I'm genuinely considering just for the small chance that it will allow me to start life over. Further on, he goes to explain that he has a facial deformity due to his mother smoking while he was in her stomach, so while she was pregnant. He describes regretting pursuing engineering and is really going to go through with taking his own life. Then we get this
Damn, that's
post.
sad.
I lose. I am 25 years old. I have a degree. I have been actively searching for a job for half a year now, getting absolutely nowhere. I am a virgin despite efforts to not be one. I am poor. I live in the cheapest student dormitory in the city. All my flatmates are filthy and I don't feel comfortable in my own home. I may get kicked out any day at short notice once they discover I'm not
Aw.
a student anymore. I have no friends. My family has excommunicated me. I am born with a malformed face. This isn't exaggeration or drama. My medical records describe me as malformed. I am
Well, this one's just
objectively
sad.
hideous and will never be looked at with affection. I am r/oh come on 63.1 thousand members. 63.1 thousand. That's actually a lot. There's a lot of humans that have joined this subreddit. They describe themselves as a place to challenge others to come in unusual places, ways, and circumstances. You know what? I'm not gonna describe any. I'm gonna describe one. Sorry, guys. This one is it's called the Oreo video.
I've
This
never
is
heard of
something
Come
that is
On.
gonna be stuck in my brain forever, and it's even hard to repeat what happened. But I'm gonna do it for you guys. One, because it's funny. 2, that's it. It's just funny. So there's this video where this guy, I'm gonna use the word splurge, okay? I'm not gonna, yeah. So this guy, you know, Oreo,
The word
got
is
white
usually
stuff in the middle,
splooge. Is
right?
splurge the new
this
one?
This guy, like, takes off the cream, right? And then splurges where the cream should be, puts the fucking Oreo on top, you know, makes the cookie again with the splurge, like, leaking out and shit, and fucking eats it on video, dude.
Damn, that's
Well,
hardcore.
He doesn't eat it on video, but, like, you could tell, he's munching
That's
on it, right?
that's
It's
Chris
just
Chan
like-
shit.
and I already know some of you guys are gonna
That's
go look it
gourmet.
up. If you guys watch my channel, I know you guys are gonna go look it up. At least give me the watch time. Like always, give me the watch time and then go give yourself a little bit of trauma. That one's called the Oreo video. Not officially named that, but I'm naming it the Oreo video. This video is brought to you by Manscaped.com. Feeling your best starts with
Manscaped does slap. Agreed.
r/justno, MIL. 1.8 million
Whoa.
members. MIL means mother-in-law. This subreddit is dedicated to people venting about their horrible mothers and mother-in-laws. I'm gonna read you guys a story that pissed me off and I'm sure will enrage any normal human being. When my twin girls were born, we had no issues in the hospital. They were born right on their due date, latched perfectly, and passed all their postnatal tests with stellar stats.
Nice.
When we brought them home, however, we noticed that one of the girls, let's call her OD, since she was a whole 4.5 minutes older than her sister, was developing a rash. I hadn't really dealt with allergies in kids since my son didn't have them, and neither did any child or adult in my entire family. I wasn't sure what it was. I thought that maybe she just had sensitive skin like me. I can't tolerate certain fabrics because I have very dry skin, and I'll often break out in rashes if my skin decides that it doesn't like something. So I stopped using fabric softener on all the clothes. I bought the nicest, most comfortable bedding and clothes. At one point, I even made her clothes myself in the fear that maybe something in the manufacturing process was upsetting my OD. We went to the doctor several times, and they knew that she was having an allergic reaction to something. But every test came back negative, and we couldn't
Oh, and it
figure
turned out
what
the
it
mother-in-law was
It
doing
took
some
3
crazy
more
shit.
months to figure it out. During that time, her allergic reactions got more and more severe. At one point, she was the only baby in the history of the hospital who had to be kept in a clean room because she seemed to have a reaction the minute she left. When that happened, we began to have elimination therapy that would rival the lifestyle of Buddhist monks. My husband and I moved our son and YD in with his parents because we needed to eliminate everything from our routine to figure out what was causing the reaction to our OD. We stopped using our soap, our shampoo, our deodorants, our laundry detergents, and that was before we even got to our diet. It took us 3 more months, but we figured it out. Our OD was allergic to coconut. The doctors told us that it was a particularly rare allergen, and so it wasn't on any of the skin test panels they ran. When we found out what she was allergic to, we were so relieved. So relieved. But in addition to feeling relieved, I delved
Thanks,
into a
Resub
bout
Damper.
of hysterical
Thank you, Sub
laughter.
Teases.
I laughed so hard I cried, and
The
to this day,
Bitatomic.
my DH tells me that he didn't know if I was crying from relief or pure happiness. Okay, so like I said, this story is very long, but to summarize it, the baby has an allergic reaction to coconut oil, and now we're being introduced to the mother, right? The mother of the woman. And this
I thought it was
woman
gonna be
basically
something like the
isn't taking
mother-in-law was,
allergy serious.
like,
She's
using
just like,
bleach on the
"It's
kid or
just
some
coconut
shit."
oil." Like, what was gonna happen? So let's skip to where the grandmother is taking care of the baby. My mother had put coconut oil in both my daughter's hairs when they were playing the previous day before bed. The girls loved it when my mom did their hair, and so they asked for braids, and my mom was doing their hair. She put coconut oil in both their hair because it would make for smoother braids. According to my son, OD started to get a little dizzy and itchy when my mom
Jesus
was doing
Christ.
her hair, so my mom gave her some kids Benadryl, which made her sleepy. Since it was close to bedtime anyways, the kids went to bed. Giving her Benadryl was something we did whenever she had a mild reaction, since it usually meant she accidentally came across some coconut from a secondary source. We also showered her head to toe immediately to erase any lingering traces of it. My mother simply gave her some Benadryl and kept the coconut oil in her hair and put her to fucking sleep. The Benadryl made her sleepy and unable to wake up or be conscious enough to wake up her brother or cry. She vomited in her sleep and the rash spread all over. Her little body was swollen to
Oh,
twice
well,
the
that was
size.
sad.
She had asphyxiated in her sleep. She died painfully and slowly in the early hours of the morning. My mother was never arrested. My father did leave her, though they're not officially divorced. The majority of my mother's family refuse to speak to her, and the few that do speak to her only do so on a limited basis. She currently lives on her own in a small town, and every couple months I'll get a call from her telling me how sorry she is and how she just wasn't thinking, and can I please find a way to forgive her. She wants to come see me. The only thing I can find to ever say to her is, you can come see me when you bring my daughter with you. If you guys want
Jesus
to go read it
Christ.
on your own, it's a lot longer than what I just said, and I know what I said.
Man,
was
that's
pretty
probably one of the
long,
most
but,
intense ones on that
horrible,
subreddit.
Horrible. That sucks.
The rest is probably
Oh
like
God,
my mother-in-law
literally
baked
ignorance,
a
bro.
dry turkey.
That's what ignorance does, man. Let's move on.
Jesus Christ.
R/jailbait. The Urban Dictionary
Oh, that was a
definition
big
of
one back
jailbait
in
is
the
a
day.
female who is under the age of consent.
That shit
but
was
who dresses,
fucked.
acts, and appears as if she is over the age of consent, and who does nothing to correct that impression when she is bedded. Yeah, when I read that, I was like, whoa, what kind of victim blaming, dude? Why are you getting mad at them? Like, nah, I don't want to get off track, but it's just weird when guys are like, yo, you shouldn't dress like that. You're too young. It's not even your life. Just fucking move on. Go on Reddit. Actually, that's what they were doing. It was just a place where creeps would talk about underage girls. At the time, Eric Martin,
They
Reddit's
used it at the
general
front
manager,
page
defended
almost
several
every
notorious
week.
subreddits, including jailbait, by claiming that it was one of the side effects of promoting free expression on the web. Reddit administrators took down the subreddit after a user shared a picture of an underage teenager, saying that he had nude photos of her as well. And many users were requesting, send me. Yeah, it's just pretty disgusting stuff.
Yeah, he's underselling how popular that was. Back when I first found Reddit, I would have been, what, a junior in high school? Jailbait was usually on the front page. That was a massive fucking subreddit. That would, what year would that have been? 2011-ish? It was fucking crazy. Yeah, and that was like, for some reason on Reddit, that like was totally normal. And I remember someone made a big hoopla. I don't remember, it might have been our atheism, to be honest, because that was also huge then. Someone made like a huge hoopla, like, why the fuck are we just allowing like open pedophiles on the site, like super transparent? And they're like, no, jailbait's fine. Jailbait's good for Reddit, actually. And it was like a huge controversy when people were like, we need to get jailbait the fuck out of here. But they fought tooth and nail. That was on there for a long time. Like a really long time. Much longer than you'd expect.
Spontaneous H. This is
That's
the story
Twitter
of
now.
a Redditor who documented
Okay, I
himself
guess.
injecting heroin. I'll read the main posts. I did heroin yesterday. I am not a drug user and have never done anything besides pot back when I was a teen. Ask me anything. This is a little long. I've never been a drug user. I drink once in a while and smoked pot years ago back when I was a teen in high school a few times, and that's it. I'm 24 now, have a master's, and a well-paying
This one's
full-time
fake.
job. Yesterday, I was
Usually
walking
the
through
personal
Washington
stories
Square
are.
Park, where I pass every day, and there are always people looking to sell drugs. Not in the park anymore due to the cameras, but it is well known you can meet a dealer and do the transaction elsewhere these
Thanks for
days.
some
They
damper
usually
and
don't
prime
solicit drugs
Sebi.
to you unless you stop to stand around near one of them for some reason or look like you're looking for something. Yesterday, I happened to stop by a row of benches to check some messages on my phone when a dealer on the bench to my right asked me if I need anything. My life has been pretty boring the last few years, and I felt like I haven't really lived, taken any risks, or done anything crazy. So I figured, what the hell? Maybe I'll buy some pot. It's been a while. I said yeah, and after asking me several times if I'm a cop, he gives me his number and tells me to meet him at a fast food place several blocks away, and he will, quote, hook me up.
Sleep
I was
well,
blown away by
man.
the power of this drug and how orgasmic it felt. I never understood why people did drugs before and got so hooked on them, but now I see why. I have the urge to do it again, but I will resist and not do it, at least not for a long time. I understand the addiction potential and how someone could easily tear apart their lives with this stuff. Heroin is pure powdered pleasure. I actually feel proud of myself for having the balls to do something this crazy, and I feel like it was a valuable life experience and my window into another world and part of society. I'll never forget the day I did heroin. Now, ask me anything. 2 weeks ago, I tried heroin once for fun and made an AMA. I have been using since and shot up for the first time today.
No.
AMA. Wednesday night update. Fucking, I'm still withdrawing, throwing up, and sweating out gallons of sweat. I really want to use and relapse right now. I know I shouldn't. These urges are so strong and overpowering.
No shot,
Please
these are
help
real.
me if you
Nah,
can
I
before
usually
get
don't
chance
believe
to.
the
Fuck my life.
personal
I wish I was
ones.
trolling and this was some elaborate lie. I was doing everything right, have been clean, and somehow a rumor got out that I've been using, and my girlfriend found out. She basically broke up with me last night, but is now putting that decision on hold. I have some serious unrelated business/work I need to attend to in 2 hours, and I don't know if I'll be in any state to be able to be ready. I can't stop crying. Fuck heroin. Fuck my life. I guess I don't need to say that since heroin pretty much fucked my life for me in under 2 weeks. I just want to die. I am a patient in a psychiatric hospital. I was also technically dead last week. Ask me anything. Well, you guys will be
Thanks
happy
for
to
some
know
Twista.
that this person is actually still alive. Even though this all happened about 12 years ago, this user actually came back 4 months ago with an update. It's been a while. This is not an AMA or anything exciting, really. I saw a disturbing and sad post about an opiate overdose on
Easy tier
Public
one
Freakout
slang.
and was reminded to try to
Is it
log
totally
in
fake?
and
Yeah,
check this. I guess
probably.
it's been over 3 years since I checked this or posted anything. I find this Reddit account pretty overwhelming. I'm just posting to let people know that I'm still alive, clean, and doing well. Thanks to everyone who reached out in messages checking in over the past few years, and sorry if I can't get back to you. Here's another comment with more details where he responded to another user. It has been coming up on almost 11 years since I have used heroin, any hard
Thanks for
drugs, or
knifing.
alcohol. That was November 2010. A few years ago, I had a slip and just smoked weed, which is a bad mistake, so I consider my current total clean time 3 years since I count that. Nice. We actually had a happy ending to this one. Love that. Love that he's still okay and doing just fine. It's kind of crazy to just be like, hey yo, let me just shoot up some heroin. Fuck
Is he
it.
tier one
My life
gifted?
kind of boring. Oh, should I document my experience doing that? No, I'm just kidding. I'm just kidding. Yeah. Yeah, no. Alright guys, that's gonna be it for this video. Don't click off yet. Don't click off yet.
I knew
wanna say
almost all of
something. In
those.
the community tab, when I was telling you guys to leave requests for
Nice.
video ideas, right? Or like Reddit ideas for this one. People were saying that I
He didn't
just,
even
like,
cover
steal
True
video
Cells, which
idea
is
topics,
surprising.
and I just cover them in a mediocre way. Which
Do you guys remember True Cells? That was a little bit before the big incel explosion. Thanks to Prime Grant. Wow, most people don't seem to remember it. True Cells was basically, they were the progenitor to modern incels. They had a lot of very sad dudes that would post shit like women should be kept on farms and men should be allowed to buy women to fuck them. Like really horrible stuff, like incel shit, before it became mainstream. That one was pretty wild. They had like full websites full of like hundreds of pages where people would like write some real gross shit and their weird view on the world. Thanks the resub, Asa. Pre or post Elliot Rogers? Fuck, I'd have to really think. I'm not sure. I think it was post because I vaguely remember that one of the websites had Elliot Rogers like their poster child. So I'm thinking it was post Elliot Rogers. Yeah, it was fucked. Thanks the voice crack, the resub, Shoof, and Cypher. I feel like there were some other ones that weren't covered, but I can't think of them off the top of my head. True Cells is just one that I always remembered. You going to bed? I'll come say goodnight in a sec. Why do people go so feral for sex? I don't know, man. Just some fucking weirdos out there. Just as simple as that.
Now, you guys might be wondering why I am so happy. Well, there's a lot of great stuff happening right now. Not only is Mr. Sonic the Hedgehog gonna be in the background for this video because we're talking about video games, but
Let's
also
go.
we hit 700,000 subscribers
Let's
and
fucking go.
Cherry Soda is coming out on February 24th.
Thanks, Resub
It's gonna
War.
premiere live. Before I talk about the Cherry Soda release, thank you guys so much for 700,000 subscribers. Can't wait for someone to get mad at me for saying I say thank you too much. Dude, we're getting closer and closer to 1 million subscribers every upload, and I can't wait for the comments. Tuv used to make better content before he hit 1 mil. He changed after 1 mil. So, the song, Cherry Soda, it is my
You'll
first
enjoy that, I guess.
song, like actual like song that's gonna be on streaming services, and it's gonna premiere here on the channel on February 24th at 6 p.m. PST. Also, make sure to pre-save it on Spotify. The link will be down in the description. I am fully aware that this song is not gonna be for everyone, and I'm okay
Thanks,
with that.
Prime
I mean,
Chill.
not everyone likes KSI's music, right?
We haven't
when
seen
YouTubers
this,
make music,
have
there's
we?
always a certain stigma, though I really like KSI's music.
I don't
I'm not
think
gonna
so.
lie. Don't think this is some Logan Paul, little brother Jakey
I've been
try
playing
to diss
Elden
me.
Ring.
Like, no. Like, I actually
came
really
out
like
during
what I
Elden
make.
Ring.
For a genre, I guess. Yeah, it's hyperpop. And I can't wait for you guys to see it, and I hope you guys add it to your playlist. And I've always made music, but I'm finally able to release it because I know you guys really fuck with me. And if you guys don't like it, that's totally okay. I'm not gonna fucking, what am I gonna do, get mad at you? Like, no, I'm not. Please,
You should.
please be there for the premiere. Please. I've never
Thank
done
you,
a premiere on
Prime
my channel.
Mosquito.
I don't know how many live viewers we're gonna get, but please be there for the premieres. Notifications. You guys got me. Oh yeah, I also want to say I'm not a YouTuber that's switching over to music. I am a YouTuber that does music as well. I've always wanted to be both YouTuber and an artist. I am not just gonna peace YouTube, I'm gonna be a full-time artist. No, y'all are my babies.
Work
alright?
for
Anyway,
Joji.
today we're gonna be talking about the most controversial video games. For the most part, I try to look for video games that are not really that well known, so you guys have some fresh content. All my sources will be linked down in the description below.
I guarantee
Let's
I'll
get
know
started
all
with
of
the
them.
video.
I'm
Night
confident
Trap,
I'll know all of them.
1992.
I was immediately wrong. The fuck is Night Trap?
Night Trap was a game released in 1992 designed for the Sega CD, an attachment for the Sega Genesis. The Sega CD added hardware functionality such as a faster CPU and graphic enhancements. Sega tried to match the capabilities of the competing PC Engine CD-ROM system, but failed to do so.
PCs
One of the
will never
games
work.
playable on the Sega CD was Night Trap, an interactive movie video game developed by Digital Pictures. The game is shown mainly through the use of full motion video. In this game, the player takes a role of a special agent tasked
One
to
of
watch
these
over teenage
games.
girls having a sleepover, and those girls are visiting a house which they don't know is full of danger. The player watches live surveillance footage of the house and triggers traps to capture anyone seen endangering the girls.
Watch out!
Designing a game where you're supposed to watch a bunch of underage girls having a sleepover is already pretty weird, but designing a storyline where they're gonna get hurt, it's a little bit nah, it's not it. The player can freely
Shit. Sorry to pause so quickly. This just poured salt in an old wound. Who remembers, I think it was 2 years ago, that game they tried to make about a, was it a female streamer? It was a full motion interactive game. Or, yeah, full motion interactive game, whatever. A live movie. What was it called? Because I can't remember it now. Was it Gamer Girl? Was it actually just called Gamer Girl? It might have been. And they canceled it because it got clowned on so hard. Rest in peace. This game would have been fucking amazing.
Peggy 18. Okay, cool. Water time, break time.
Oh, yeah, you play as the moderator. Fuck!
Junk has been taken out my stream.
Fuck! Would have been so good.
Oh, come on. No.
I'll skip around a little bit, but
okay.
you get to the big reveal. I was so hyped for this game. But yeah, I got canceled because it got so much shit tossed at it. Damn. Thanks, Recent Floppy. I mean, they filmed most of the game. They should just release it, man. Why not? Like, why just hold on to that? Let us have it. Go independent. Like, shit. I mean, I'll finance it. I want to fucking play it. I want to see what it was. What was the studio behind that? Let me look. Like, what do they want? Like, $100 maybe? Wales Interactive. Jesus, do all of their games get pulled? What the fuck is all this? Oh, no, wait, these actually did get published. It's just they were not popular. Hey, if you're watching this, Wales Interactive, I will buy a gamer girl from you. In whatever state it's in. I still really want to play that pile of shit. I mean, you're not doing anything with it. Fucking, what, on like a flash drive or something? Like, yeah, I'll take it from you. I'll put that shit on Steam for free. Just for the love of the sport, god damn it. I want to see that game badly. No, I didn't do the new Destiny 2 raid. And if Gamer Girl comes out, I may never need another video game. This has everything you could ever want from gaming.
Switch their view between different cameras. Insert Five Nights at Freddy's reference here. To keep watch over the girls and eavesdrop on conversations to follow along the story and listen for clues. There are some pretty funny scenes in this game, I'm not gonna lie.
But it was going to be a surprise.
Ah!
Couldn't stand in my way, would you?
Oh, this game looks awesome.
Thanks, Control.
Night Trap was one of two games criticized during the 1993 congressional hearings on violent video games. The other was Mortal Kombat. Public concern grew surrounding the video game after claims were made that it included an extreme amount of violence and promoted SA against women. When I say SA, it's that. I just don't want to get demonetized, so yeah. As a result, Night Trap was pulled from the shelves of major video game retailers, and the following month, Sega stopped production of the game altogether. The Senate hearings that revolved around Night Trap's apparent violence resulted in the creation of the Entertainment Software Rating Board.
Wow.
It's the ESRB, which is still used to this day. The game was given an M for mature audiences, which means 17 years or older in the States.
Who is she being hunted by? Foot ninjas from Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles?
RPG. 2005. 6 years after the
I've heard
events
of
that
this one.
happened
I knew
at
this one.
Columbine High School, Danny Ladon, a video game developer, decided it would be a good idea to release an RPG PC game based around Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold. In fact, he chose to release it on April 20th, 2005, which was the 6th year anniversary of the incident. He initially distributed the game anonymously, but after a friend of one of the victims discovered his identity, Ladon decided to come out as the creator. About 10,000 people had downloaded the game in the year since its creation. The game is no longer available on Ladon's website. Instead, it has popped up on a number of sites and download services. Ladon initially accepted donations to defray the cost of hosting the game, but stopped when he took the game off his site. He said he's making no money on the free distribution of the game. When players engage in battle, the screen changes to a first-person view of the enemy. Enemies are named stereotypes or occupations such as preppy girl, janitor, math teacher, and jock type.
Yeah,
Combat has two options: autoplay, where the game chooses the weapon to use, or manual play, in which the player decides to use a hand-to-hand weapon, explosive, gun, or defensive maneuver against foes. Once a battle starts, it is impossible to avoid or escape. The player must kill the enemy or die. Text narrates battle events and actions such as finding a bag or gaining a weapon. As the game proceeds, flashbacks occur showing events in Eric and Dylan's lives, which may have caused them to commit murder. Much of the plot is constructed around the events precisely as they are believed to have occurred. Lines of the gunmen's dialogue are often lifted verbatim from their writings or from their home videos of each other. In contrast to the 16-bit graphics, there are digitalized photographs from the shooting or full voice samples from news reports. Reaction to Super
Yeah, this
Columbine
one was
Massacre
really
was
fucking
extremely
dark, man.
negative. The title was criticized as trivializing the actions of Eric and Dylan and the lives of the innocent. The hate was so much so that Ladon ended up removing the game altogether from his website. You know what sucks, guys? That this isn't the only shooting RPG that we're going to talk about.
What is he doing now? I actually never followed up on this. I've known about that for a long time. What was his name again? Exit Tier 1 Astro and the Gifts of Rainbow. What was his first name? Something Ladon. Radon. Good Elden Ring reference. Did he not say his first name? Oh, Daniel Ladon? Is it like this? That didn't work. Maybe like this. No, that's definitely not going to be it. Unless it's him with the obituary. Oh, thank you for the... Jesus, thank you for the 10 gift subs Fishy and the 5 gift subs Karma. Thank you for that. And thanks for the Prime Sins. Thank you for the generosity, Fishy and Karma. Danny Ladon. We'll say that in as Daniel. How do you spell his name? Okay, how about this? We'll just look it up like this. Well, this is going to be a dangerous Google search, actually. I'm not doing that. And thank you for 5 gift subs Cheese. Thank you. Someone spelled that out for me. Okay, let's see what he's up to. It doesn't even have anything about the super colon. Oh, here it is. It's up here. Okay, so he only made one game. And it was this one. Damn. Yeah, it's fucked up. I had assumed he maybe stayed in the video game industry, but I guess not. Thanks to the resub, Boop and Sun.
Yeah, I don't know what mindset you have to be in to make a video
Thanks for
game
resub,
out of
Wawa.
that, but yeah, we have a lot more on the list. Custer's Revenge, 1982.
I know this one.
Custer's Revenge was an adult action game published by American
Atari.
Multiple Industries for the Atari 2600. First released in November 1982, the game gained notoriety owing to its goal of being a Native American woman. In the game, the player controls the character named Custer, depicted as a man wearing nothing but a cavalry hat,
Yeah, Atari
gloves,
games are
boots,
pretty
and a bandana
wild.
with a visible... You know, Custer has to overcome arrow attacks to reach the other side of the screen. His goal is to rape a Native American woman tied to a pole. Custer's Revenge quickly gained notoriety upon its release. It was sold in a sealed package labeled "Not for Sale" to minors and sold for $49.95.
$49 for that?
$4 today. It acknowledged that children might nonetheless see the game. The game's
$49
literature stated,
for a
if the kids
single
catch you
level?
and should ask, tell them Custer and
like
the maiden
6
are just
pixels?
dancing. Women's rights groups criticized the game, stating that it was a simulation of other groups such as Women Against Pornography, Native American spokespersons, and critics of the adult video game industry in general protested about the content of the game. Activists tried pressuring legislators to outlaw the game, which
use of
Oklahoma
Doge,
City, home to the
Nova,
large
and the
Native
Prime
American population,
Yaitsu.
did. The focused media attention generated publicity for the game and caused it to sell approximately 80,000 copies, twice as many as the company's other video games. American Multiple Industries responded with, quote, "Our object is not to arouse, our object is to entertain. When people play our games,
What?
we want them smiling, we want them laughing." The game's designer, Joel Miller, Mueller, said Custer was, quote,
What?
seducing the maiden and that she was a willing participant. By April 1983, the game was
What is
withdrawn from
What? What a fucking weirdo. So, I mean, he had to blur the game out, obviously, but the game is literally that one guy with a wiener and one girl, and you just, the two of them just, like, collide like two action figures, because it's the Atari. Like, it's not entertaining or anything, and he's certainly not seducing. There's no cutscenes or anything. It's just an actual rape simulator for the Atari. Is he still in the gaming industry? Did he go on to work for any other big projects? Maybe he, like, had a huge glow up and he helped work on, like, I don't know, what's a beloved title? Red Dead 2. Hey, Chase. He works at Blizzard now. Okay. So it comes full circle then.
circulation. I may have
Thanks,
blurred
Vince
it.
Derek.
I'm sorry for that, but like I am not risking anything.
They resub unique.
Especially with a topic like this. I know I'm just gonna be blurring pixels on the screen. Sorry, you guys are
Hey,
might
Andy.
have to deal with some blur, but I hope you can still tell what's going on and being talked about. Hatred, 2015.
Yeah, this one was big.
What is important?
It just wanted to be as edgy as possible.
When I think of the most controversial video game, I think of Hatred. Hatred is a gruesome shooter game presented in an isometric perspective, in which the playable character and protagonist is a mass-murdering villain who, quote, hates this world and the human worms feasting on its carcass, and embarks on a genocide crusade against the entire human race. The player can carry 3 weapons and an assortment of grenades, as well as drive some vehicles. Health is regenerated by performing glory kills on people. This was a rare case of a video game being given the adults-only ESRB rating.
Yep,
Games
I
with
remember
the
this
AO
whole
rating
thing.
are considered by the board to be suitable for players ages 18 and over. Most retailers refuse to stock AO rated games, and Twitch actually bans all AO games. They don't want to associate with that. The only mainstream platform to allow AO games is Steam, but even Steam hides the AO games by default. JFK Reloaded,
Oh, he didn't
2004.
talk about that very much. Hatred had a really actually interesting history. They announced it and they tried to defend it like we should be able to tell whatever stories we want to tell in the video game medium without being ostracized. This is actually a commentary and this and that. When really it was obvious what they were doing is they were trying to capitalize off like edge. Like they just tried to make something super edgy and hopefully it would mask that the game itself wasn't that well made. So they banked on it just being like, this is gonna sell our game. And it didn't work. So they instantly got thrown to the curb. They had a really hard time releasing the game. And when they finally did, nobody gave a shit. Genuinely no one cared at all about the game. The controversy was forgotten. The controversy only lasted like in the public eye for like a week, maybe. And then the game came out and it fucking flopped.
JFK Reloaded is a 2004 first-person shooter game developed and published by Traffic Games. It
I knew about
simulates
this
the
one as well.
1963 assassination of John F. Kennedy, the 35th President of the United States. The player, controlling Lee Harvey Oswald, is tasked with recreating the 3 shots fired at Kennedy and gains higher scores the more accurately they lined up with the report. Shots
I
can be
didn't know
reviewed in
that.
slow motion and from multiple viewpoints. As Kennedy's motorcade
like
passes
Sniper
on
Elite.
Delay Plaza, the player has to take 3 shots at the president with their sniper rifle. They gain points based on how closely these shots match the Warren Commission's report. The first has to miss the car, the second hit Kennedy in the neck, and John Cannoli, the governor of Texas, in the chest, and the third fatally hit Kennedy in the head. The perfect score is
Holy
1,000.
shit, wait,
While
this
the
is
game does
really
not halt
thorough.
the player from pursuing alternative scenarios,
It
the
has its own
score is
replay
deducted when the
system.
player goes off script from the event, such as hitting Jacqueline Kennedy, the first lady. JFK Reloaded was denounced by several public figures like David Smith, a spokesman for Ted Kennedy, stating simply that it's despicable. Politician John Kasich discussed the
It's
game
a
in his
weird
book,
concept
Stand
for a
Something,
game,
The
but,
Battle
like,
for America's Soul,
the
and a
tech's
segment
kind of
about graphic
interesting for
content
its
in
time.
mainstream video games. I'm not gonna lie, the game actually has some really cool bullet physics. It reminds me of like Sniper Elite physics. I don't know if you guys have ever played that
That's
game,
what I said.
but it's very similar. I mean, obviously, I don't have to explain why this is controversial. For some of them, I do have to explain why they're controversial, but this one is like, you could just tell. Silent
Man,
Hill.
I feel like I'm pausing after like each one now, but I always have something interesting. You guys know that the Kennedy family lobotomized their daughter? We were talking about this on the podcast recently. I didn't know how fucked up that was, but I don't remember what year. The mom and dad Kennedy had their daughter undergo a lobotomy. Her name was Rosemary. because she had like mood swings and shit like that. So they had her lobotomized, and it was horrifying, the report. Then I think the lobotomy even won a prize for the science behind it or whatever. But basically, they were poking her brain through her eye socket, I believe. And when they were making cuts, they would have her recite the Lord's Prayer out loud. So she was awake during this, by the way. So as they were like making cuts, she would have to be reciting the Lord's Prayer as well as singing the national anthem. That's what it was. And when she started being incoherent, they would stop cutting. And the result of the lobotomy is her like mental capacity diminished to that of a 2-year-old child. She was incontinent and couldn't live on her own anymore. And so what they did is they basically got her like her own unit, like her own place to stay, and completely forbid anyone from knowing where she was and visiting her. Like, her mom and dad never visited her for like 40 years or something. The rest of the family didn't even know about it. And it didn't come to light until like the 80s, I think, the 70s or 80s, where the lobotomy was more well known, and then they tried to reintegrate her into the family. But I mean, by that point, she'd been living in that facility for like 60 years. And then she died, I think, in 2005. So yeah, I was reading about that the other day. It was fucked up, man. They lobotomized her over mood swings. A legitimate lobotomy. Source beyond Wikipedia. Oh, there's so much on it. Like, you can get the cliff notes from Wikipedia if you want, but there are like, I think there was an entire like giant book written about it, and I think there was a movie, a documentary. I can't remember now. But man, it was a wild story. Yeah, they sent her right to a lobotomy.
Homecoming, 2008. I'm sure we've all played or at least heard of the Silent Hill series, and I'm still pissed PT was cancelled. Fun fact, I actually use the PT soundtrack sometimes for my videos in the background. Homecoming was the 6th installment in the Silent Hill series, and follows the journey of Alex Shepard, a soldier returning from war to his hometown, where he finds his town in disarray, and his younger brother is missing. As he continues on his search to find his younger brother, he discovers more about the Order, this was controversial. Cults,
I streamed
as well as
this
the
game.
town's history and his own past. Okay, a Silent Hill game. Why is this on the list? The game is literally banned in Australia. Apparently, it's due to extreme violence, but more specifically, a certain scene in the game. This scene shows Alex having a drill forced into his right eye socket, causing a lot of blood to spew out. I couldn't find an HD version of the scene, since the scene is a QuickTime event. Everyone just posted what happens when you succeed. I only found this extremely pixelated version.
Damn, that's hardcore. Get banned in Australia,
Left Behind,
idiot.
Eternal Forces, 2006.
I don't know
Left
this
Behind,
one.
Eternal Forces is a Christian strategy game. In the single-player campaign, the player controls the Tribulation Force, a Christian group in a post-rapture New York City who are combating the influence of the global community peacekeepers, the world government led by the Antichrist Nicole Carpathia.
Oh, I didn't know
the
that,
player directs
Naruto.
the actions of the main characters and the Tribulation Forces unit in an effort to defeat the global community peacekeepers by converting neutral and global community allied civilians to their side and only using lethal
Move
force
over,
against
StarCraft.
the Antichrist
The
army
Lord's
forces
here
when
now.
necessary. But the player's main goal is to use conversion rather than violence, only resorting to combat when necessary, since killing causes the quote spirit level of the player's units to drop. This was a very controversial game, as it quite literally is telling you if you don't believe in Christianity or are an atheist, well, you're wrong. Other than that, the game's reviews are extremely negative. Like, it's just a bad game in general, which is going to be a common thing in these games.
That's
Most
not
of them.
super
Not all of them.
controversial.
Silent Hill's great. I just want to make that
That's like
clear.
every
Except the next
Christian
one.
game.
The next one, if you're a lonely teenager that's a guy, or at least you like girls, you're going to love the next one. Dead or Alive Extreme Series. 2003
Hey,
till
these are
now.
classics.
The regular Dead or Alive games are a part of the fighting series that began in 1996, developed by
controversial.
Team Ninja and Tecmo. The game always had very jiggly physics, so much so that in 2003 the spin-off series Dead or Alive Extreme Beach
Well, it came out in
Volleyball was created.
2003?
Those games are exactly that. The girls from the game
ahead of
playing
their
volleyball
time.
in little clothing with a lot of jiggle physics. As the years went on, well, graphics only improved. We went from polygons to this. Now, as one
Yeah,
can
we
imagine,
did.
the games received much backlash for being
Evolution.
sexist and being a way to just creep on girls, I guess. The backlash in the US was so loud that the game developers released an official statement on Twitter explaining that they will not release the game anywhere except Asia because they
Oh.
respect the different global audiences. And the game was still released in the US the very next year. The VR version of Dead or Alive Extreme 3 takes things to the next level. You can get
There's
as
a
up close and personal
VR
to the girls
version?
as you want, and let me tell you, it is graphic. Like the girls
Bro,
just sit there.
he's
and
selling
like I
me
said,
on
You
it.
just get as close as you want, dude. I found a playlist of this user on YouTube, I guess, that would upload getting up close and personal to every girl in the game,
Yeah, that sounds
and
about
every
right.
single video on that playlist is age restricted, and the comments are just calling him out for being like a weirdo. Again, this is why some clips are blurred. If you're a fan of the Dead or Alive
give
series,
some
let me know
poison.
if this spin-off Dead or Alive Extreme, do you think is misogynistic or sexist, or at the very least creepy? Let me know your thoughts. I really want to know the Dead or Alive fan base's thoughts on that spin-off.
They don't make the fighting games anymore, do
This
they?
video is sponsored by Atlas VPN. Atlas VPN
It's only
is a tool
Dead or
that
Alive
encrypts your
volleyball
data
now,
and
right?
hides your virtual location. When connected to a VPN server, your device is connected to a new IP and DNS address. All of that traffic is encrypted and routed towards that VPN server. When the traffic arrives at the server,
No,
the
not
VPN
anymore.
server
That's a shame.
decrypts information
Dead or
and
Alive
allows
3
traffic
is
to
actually a
access the
really
desired
good game.
destination.
Well, at
Atlas
least it
VPN
was.
is available on iPhone,
It was pretty
Android,
innovative. You
Mac,
could
and
bust
PC.
people through the
Currently,
stages,
Atlas
which
VPN
was
is
really
running
cool
a
for its
3-year
time.
deal for just $199 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. The deal won't last for long, so make sure to check it out by clicking the link in the description below. Let me show you guys something really cool you could do with it, and that's saving
Resub,
money. So many
Brindrel,
websites have
and
their pricing
Ammonia.
adjusted based on the region that your device is in. With the information provided by cookies and IP addresses, these services can guess where you're located.
Dead or
Once you
Alive
switch
6
your
was
location
20
to like India, for
oh,
example, the price
2019.
in whatever you're looking at will see a huge drop. We've tried this out on many different websites, including airline companies, subscription services like Spotify, YouTube Premium, and Netflix. Again, guys, Atlas VPN is running a 3-year deal for just $199 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee.
More
So if you
Elden
are
Ring runs
interested,
tonight.
make sure to
No, the
click the
speed
link
run's
in the
dead now.
description
The
below.
new patch gutted it, so we have to
Ethnic
wait.
cleansing, 2002. Now this one is self-explanatory when it
Jesus
comes
Christ.
to why it's controversial. Ethnic cleansing is a first-person shooter video game for Windows computers created by the American White Supremacist and Hate Organization, National Alliance. It's a unique name.
What?
As part of a quote race war, the player controls a neo-Nazi skinhead or a Klansman and is tasked with killing stereotypical African, Mexican, and Jewish enemies. I don't even know if you can find download links for this, but I don't even know if I want to
What the
include this in the
fuck?
video actually. If you guys are watching this, then I guess I made it in. I don't even want to talk about this one anymore. Grand Theft
I
Auto
haven't
San
heard of
Andreas
that one,
Hot
actually.
Coffee mod, 2004. Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, the most
Holy
iconic game
shit.
in the GTA franchise, was not only controversial due to the fact that you play as a criminal that can cause a rampage at any given moment, but also due to
Is the
something
resub
that never made
Drew
its way into the final
trash and
release
the
of the
resub
game.
Indel?
Hot Coffee is an unofficial name for a minigame. The minigame is not playable through normal means. The game must be modded in order to access it. When enabled, Hot Coffee allows the protagonist, CJ, to have animated sex with an in-game girlfriend where you can control his movements. According to the GTA Wiki, before development concluded, Rockstar Operations Director Jennifer Colby warned Dan Houser that explicit sexual content would likely bring restrictive assessments from rating boards, harming retail sales.
I made a whole
The minigame
video
could
on
not be
this.
fully removed, so the content was hidden from players using cutscenes. Data miners discovered evidence of explicit sexual content after San Andreas was released for the PlayStation 2 in October 2004, and confirmed its existence when the Windows version was released on June 7th, 2005. Modder Patrick Wildenborg released a patch to unlock the
Hey,
minigame
Patrick.
2 days later. This led to San Andreas becoming embroiled in controversy. Within a month of the patch's release, the ESRB and Australian
remember the company-wide
OFLC
meeting after this
re-evaluated
happened.
San Andreas'
Nice.
content rating. The ESRB re-rated the game to adults only, leading several retailers to pull it from the shelves. It's really rare, but there are some San Andreas boxes that do have the adult-only ESRB rating, and those can be found on eBay, while the OFLC issued a refused classification banning it from sale in Australia. Rockstar recalled all retail copies of San Andreas and released a new version that blocked access to Hot Coffee by the end of 2005, and issued an official patch for existing owners to prevent access. The Hot Coffee code remains in all versions of San Andreas, but takes more effort to restore due to missing models and animations. In August 2005, Rockstar North released an official Cold Coffee patch for the PC version of the game and re-released San Andreas with the Hot Coffee scenes removed, allowing the game to return to its rated M for mature rating.
Nice. Welcome back.
Border Patrol, 2002. Back in the Flash player days, many games were being created
I don't know this one
daily,
either.
and most of them were extremely fun. I can't mention Flash games without giving a shout out to Newgrounds, Antcon,
Yeah.
and any unblocked game website that I would go on when I was bored using a Chromebook in class. But with so many games
What?
being made, it makes sense that some would cross
What
the
the
line.
fuck
or I should
school
say,
was that? You
cross
get a
the border.
Chromebook
Like,
in
te
class?
prometo que
What?
soy mexicano. Lo prometo. Border Patrol is a flash-based game that lets players shoot at Mexican immigrants as they try to cross the border into the United States. The game's opening screen states, "There's one simple rule, keep them out at any cost." In Border Patrol, players are told to target one of 3 immigrant groups, portrayed in a negative stereotypical way as the figures rush past a sign that reads, "Welcome to the United States." The immigrants are very, I guess, stereotypical. Honestly, it's just a very racist game against Mexicans.
Yeah, that one's very
Bone Town,
racist.
2008. Bone Town is an
It's just an
adult
old
action
Flash
adventure
game.
video game developed and published by American studio
pile of
D-Dub
shit.
Software. Released for Microsoft Windows
I know
on
this one.
November 12th, 2008, the game follows a player as he completes missions and has sex with various women. A man in a suit approaches and explains that he
Tier
is
1
part of
turtle
an
nuts.
organization called The Man. He warns the player that public indecency is illegal, and if the player is caught, he will be arrested. The player goes through the game completing missions in the style of like the GTA games. Missions include participating in graphic films and beating up someone who believes they are Jesus. Women are scattered throughout the city, and the player is able to have sex with any of them. Sex can
Wow.
either be for the player's enjoyment or to recover in-game health, depending on the position selected. The game requires the player to match the desires of the women in order to last as long as possible. VTech Rampage.
I didn't know it was that deep.
2007. I don't want to talk a lot about this one, so I'm gonna try to make this one quick. Only
Thanks for
3
your
weeks after
Swan
the
and
Virginia
Explosive.
Tech incident, Ryan Lambourne from Australia created a spin-off RPG. And while doing research, man, fuck this guy. The source I read said he only did it just to be offensive and he thought it was funny. That's it. That's why he recreated this Virginia Tech incident and
Yep, sounds about
made
right.
it into I guess a funny video game for him. The first mission of the game requires you to kill, I'm not even going to say her name, but it's like the actual first victim of the shooting. Not only that, but as I was reading, in 2013, this same idiot released another game based on Handy Suck. I'm not going to say it, so I changed the first letters because I'm not trying to get demonetized.
Yep,
but
that
yeah, he made
sounds about
another
right.
video game like that. And
Giant
honestly,
fucking
fuck him,
loser.
let's move on. Play 2006.
Yep.
Play is a 3D
This is the most
Eroge
well-known
video game
one.
made by Illusion, released on April 21st, 2006 in Japan.
Makes me some
Eroge
zigzag.
means Japanese erotic video game. The game centers around a male character that you control, whose goal is to a mother and her 2 kids, specifically her 2 daughters. 3 years after its initial release, the game garnered international attention and controversy for its content, resulting in it being banned in several countries. In story mode, the player controls a sex offender with a history of previous arrests. The protagonist SA's 2 minors and an adult woman, and the minors' ages are 12 years old and 17
Holy
years
shit,
old.
I didn't know
After
that.
the player finishes all 3 women, they unlock free play mode. Following its release, the game was banned in
Holy
several
fuck.
countries, excluding Japan. In fact, articles in defense have also been written, many noting that rape is considered a lesser crime than murder, yet there are thousands of legal video
I
games
mean, there's
in
a
which the
lot
goal is
of,
to kill
like,
enemies. Yeah,
rape
that was people's
hentai.
argument. They would be like, it's not as bad as killing people. So all the Call of Duty games are worse than this. Illusion's response to the controversy was basically, hey, it's okay in Japan. So if you guys don't like it, well, we're in Japan. As an immediate aftermath, several Eroge publishers doubled down and studios began to ban foreigners from their official websites. They really like what they do, man, and they will stand for it. This is probably the
Do
worst
they
one
still
on the list
make
and it was
games?
last. This list was not in any order. This just ended up being last.
Thanks for
If you guys
having
enjoyed the
late.
video, make sure you leave a like.
I wonder if they're still around. Hold on, let me look that up. Well, that's pretty dangerous to look up on stream. Let me do that on my phone, actually. They are still around? Let me see what they make now. I know that... So there was Rapelay, and they also made Battle Raper, if I remember correctly. Like, I guess their whole thing is making rape-based video games. At least I think it was them that made Battle Raper. I don't really know. I guess it could have been someone else, too. Thanks to the Prime Attack. I can't find their Wikipedia page. Oh, here it is. Yep, it was them. Oh, they even made a... They have Battle Raper 2, Rapelay, and I guess that's their whole rape series. And they are still making games. Wow. Wow. Well, what do you know? There's no Wikipedia pages for any of them that are recent except for this one called Honey Select. So you modify virtual men and women and direct them to do porn and fetish scenes. But apparently this one's just supposed to be like porn. There's no like rape in it. I don't know. Weird company though.
And if you guys like the content,
Exit
it
tier
would be
one
awesome if you could
Sadler
subscribe. If you
and
don't want to,
Prime Zappy.
that is completely okay with me. And make sure to stream Cherry Soda when it is out. Please be there for the premiere. Again, it is February 24th at 6 p.m. PST. Convert that to whatever time zone you're in, so it can be easier for you. Literally just turn on post notifications. You'll get a notification on your phone right when it's like about to premiere. After Cherry Soda, literally back to morbid videos. And that's it for this video. I'll see you guys next time I upload.
Bye.
I'm going to be visiting the dark web version of the internet's strangest websites. This is the final and technically fourth part
Let's
of the
go,
series, so I made
dark
a playlist you
web.
can check out at the top right of the screen if you want to
I've
watch all the
seen that
episodes.
movie.
For my safety
Unfriended.
and yours, I will not be sharing the links. Go watch the other parts of this series. Anyway, in case you guys don't know about the dark web, you can only access it using Tor web browser, not Google Chrome, not Firefox, not Internet Explorer. I don't know why you would use that anyway. This allows you to go into.
Well, it's not
websites
called
that
Internet
you
Explorer
would
now,
not
it's
on-
Edge.
The websites usually consist of random numbers. In the last video, we covered the basics, and this time I just decided to
Tor
keep
was
clicking
made by the CIA.
and clicking and clicking. So what you
Is that true? I remember that rumor floating around back when I was learning what the dark and deep web and shit was. Was Tor actually made by the CIA? It was made by the Navy. Oh, we're getting... Oh, there's like a fucking civil war in the chat. Was it the Navy or the CIA? On Tuesday, the CIA announced its own Tor Onion service. So the CIA, I guess, is getting into the dark web space. What are they, like releasing dark web NFTs? I don't know. This is a weird announcement from 2019. The United States Naval Research Laboratory. I'm assuming it's just the first thing that popped up. Yeah, it looks like it was the Navy. So besides like arms purchasing and like illegal shit, what is the point of the dark web? Like, I can't imagine people are accessing the dark web going through Tor to look up, like, video game walkthroughs. That seems like... There's no way that happens on the dark web. Who's going on the dark web like, bruh, I'm really looking to buy some crocodile. Oh, someone's selling. All right, here's my credit card info. No one's typing that shit in on the dark web. No fucking chance. No one's dumb enough to do that, right? College kids? Nah, I don't believe that for even a second. Nobody would. They're absolutely using like Monero or some kind of crypto or something. They're not going to be using like their actual just fucking Visa card.
Revenge. Now you might be saying, we already covered revenge in the last video. Yes, but those websites were taken down. Won't be sharing the name of the website, but I'll show you guys the layout. So right out of the gate, you're given a list of female names to browse through. If you click on a name,
This used to
you see their
exist on the
information.
surface web for what it's worth. Tuv even covered it once. There used to be a website that was all for revenge porn, and eventually the guy who ran it faced how many years in jail? I don't remember how many, but yeah, he got fucking blasted. But this was something back in the early internet days that existed just on, you know, you could go on AOL and just look at revenge porn. It was fucking crazy. He got 18 years? Was it 18 years? You might be right.
Member. There are two options: the lifetime basic.
Yeah,
and
see,
the
buy with
lifetime
Bitcoin.
premium.
You're not
Lifetime
typing in
basic
credit
costs
card info.
$150 and includes lifetime membership, daily updates, 101 gigabytes in leaked amateur content, which is 69,300
Jesus
photos,
Christ.
and 3,405 video, and plus a VIP section, an IP cam section, spy cam
What?
recordings, NAS Synology section, and unsorted content, which apparently they have 10 terabytes worth of. So yeah, the IP cam
Holy
section. It's
shit.
Like, dude, I feel so bad for the girls that don't even know their laptop is hacked and people are just watching them. Random people are just watching them. Go.
That's another crazy thing. Do you guys remember that back in early internet days? There was a time, I don't remember if it was Macs, but there was some laptop that shipped with a webcam built in, and it was extremely easy to access. So easy, in fact, there was a website set up on Surface Web where it would just be like a roulette. You just click a button and it'd take you to some random guy's webcam. You could just watch them living their lives. Was it Dell? It might have been Dell. Yeah, so you just have this roulette of just watching people's lives through their webcam. They had no idea. It was fucking wild. It was wild. So then, like, it was such a big deal that eventually the experts were like, if you own this laptop, just put a piece of tape over the webcam. Otherwise, you are most likely being watched.
You exist. But I just wanted to let you guys know that. I'll provide some Amazon links in case you guys want to buy some webcam covers. disgusting fantasies.
You don't
Alright.
want to look at my webcam. Yeah, like it's just one of those fucking creepy things, man. I don't think looking through those webcams ever really like nothing like crazy ever happens, but it's still just fucking scary to think about.
If you are not of legal age, or if this type of material is not legal in your jurisdiction, do not enter. This site contains absolutely no videos, photos, 3D rendered art, or other illustrations of or adults. If you're looking for any of that, you're in the wrong place. It's basically saying, we have a bunch of these like
Shit's like a
fantasy
Tumblr blog.
stories about
The fuck?
not only that, but they have 2 pedophilic prevention campaign advertisements to deter the users from doing anything in real life. They're obviously only doing
What?
this so it seems like, hey, we're actually the good guys. We're preventing this stuff from happening in real life, when in reality they're just providing the acceptance, normalization, and culture of files.
That is something that is. I've seen this on Twitter. There's a verified account, couple 100,000 followers from what I recall. They have this belief that if we could just use AI to generate fake children for porn, it would solve pedophiles. There is a group of people that genuinely believe that providing like more child porn but without real people, that it would somehow get rid of like pedophiles. It is the most ass backwards idea ever. It's fucking disgusting. They've made this post like, this is where I think deepfakes need to go. We need to create deepfakes of children in pornographic settings, so that way people would no longer be incentivized to use real children in child porn. It blew my fucking mind, and there were people supporting that. Like, all that does is provide more child porn for pedophiles and make the market even bigger for people to fucking film that shit in the real world. It's crazy. It's crazy. Twitter is just the most outrageous wasteland of horrible ideas. That's what this just reminded me of. I think it was actually Mudahar who commented on that. I don't remember what the account was that was talking about it. I know they deleted it shortly thereafter.
Minor, and it's still illegal to have on your device. Take Lolly for example. Even though they're just drawings, you can be arrested and charged with a crime if you possess lolicon
what?
in any
Really?
form. Other countries have also
Oh, wait, let me read that. I didn't know that. Is that real? You can actually get arrested for lolly? So what is Twitter talking about then where it's like, it's not illegal? In fact, lolly is something to be celebrated.
enacted
fucked, I
laws
guess.
making lolicon. We offer the best collection of real snuff and authentic R-word pictures and video clips.
Jesus
Thousands
Christ.
of photos, videos, comics, and books. Join us for your very
Comics?
special never forget experience. For a small one-time fee, you have unlimited access forever. We add always new forbidden content, completely safe and anonymous.
Jesus.
The document. The stuff on that document is absolutely fucking insane.
Thanks for
The
research,
worst part
devs.
is that they provide image proof. So, they provide image proof by using these web links. Everything that I'm about
Reddit?
to say is real.
They use
They
Reddit?
provide some video proof too. I did check out some of them, and oh my god, I never want to go back. Like, deadass, I never want to fucking go back. I never want to see those images again. But it is real. I'm letting you guys know. This shit is real. Let's go over the document. I was actually kind of stupid and I downloaded the fucking text document. I don't know why I downloaded it. I downloaded something from the dark web. It's on my computer now. It's just a dot.
It's like a J-Station video. I downloaded some shit from the dark web, now all of a sudden I'm an 8-foot smurf. I accidentally drank the Amogus potion at 3 a.m. from the dark web. Jesus Christ, tough.
Yeah. So the first thing they're claiming to sell are guns. We have sniper rifles, Mossberg 500, TOZ rifles, Kalashnikov rifles. I've never heard of that. But it says made in Russia, not China. From the other video. So let's just get into something shocking. This one, bro, this is what really got me. Video filmed according to your script with torture, R-word, snuff, etc. We need from you how many actors will be, race, gender, and your script/scenario. I can't believe I'm gonna read
Jesus
this, but
Christ.
The youngest actor we had, 4 days after she is born. The oldest actor we had, 93-year-old woman.
Holy
I'm assuming
fuck.
it's kidnapped people, blended up babies in smoothies. A classic smoothie is a drink made from pure raw fruit and or vegetables using a blender. Classic smoothie is a healthy
No
type of
fucking
cocktail
shot.
that you can drink for breakfast or a bit later. But we have a special smoothie. It's made from newborns. We place in blender the newborn with or without legs/hands.
Nah,
/head
that-
at your
no
request,
fucking shot.
And blend until the mixture is pour smoothies from newborns strictly in the refrigerator or cool place.
That one seems very
you can
fake.
also buy male and female genitalia, just like they're obviously they're.
I don't know
kill
about
someone,
that one.
cut
That
it
one
off,
doesn't
and
seem
send it
like
to
a
you.
real thing.
Safe and secure container will be transferred and marked as for medical school. So they got their own methods to.
That's CIA
make it seem
bait.
legit. They have
Yeah, it
drugs,
definitely
they have
seems like
methamphetamine,
bait.
Cocaine, and why does that even matter? What? By reading the names, I recognize some of them. It's extremely fucking illegal. They're also selling the Logan Paul video. You guys know which one, which is a complete shock to me. It was like a YouTuber on this list. What was going on? But you know what Logan Paul video I'm talking about.
Can't you just find
It
that
says
on
it's at 720,
archive.org?
60 FPS. Here's
Why would
another
you buy
video,
that
penis
on the
out
dark
through
web?
meat grinder.
Pretty sure it's
For
on
that one, I actually
archive.org.
did check out their image proof and like
It makes you
seriously.
tier 1 Ash.
And you guys don't worry about my mental health. A lot of people comment like, I hope your mental health is good. It's good, bruh. I'm gonna go play GTA after this, right? But thank you guys so much for just
Yeah, it's the
supporting.
Logan Paul
Like,
Forest
honestly,
video.
It's a blessing.
I'm
It is
again,
a
I'm pretty sure
fucking
it's on
blessing.
archive.org.
You guys, like, don't worry about me. Go on with your life, and I'll see you guys. Actually, leave a like on the video and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys next time I upload.
Nice. So besides like illegal shit, is there any reason to go on the dark web? I know Mudahar's made a few videos on like other things besides like the worst shit on there, but what else is there? Besides just a bunch of illegal shit. To get around taxes? Like there's like accountants on there? You could charge for like services to evade taxes or something? That's more just illegal shit though. I'm saying like besides all illegal shit, people just go there to hang out sometimes. Oh, well, if it was made by the Navy, then why the hell was it made and has a bunch of illegal stuff on it? Well, the reason it has a bunch of illegal stuff on it is because the anonymity. That's like the whole point of the dark and deep web. As for why it was made, that I don't really know. It's probably to get around like surveillance or something maybe. I'm just spitballing. He's a tier 1 poopy ranger. Let's see what crimes were caught on Twitch. Off the top of my head, can I think of any crimes? Turkey, the Turkish community on Twitch was recently just caught in a massive scandal of money laundering through Twitch bits and donations. That's probably on here. What else? CSGO Lotto, would that be on here, you think?
Twitch started off as just
Prime
TV.
Raptor.
A man strapped the camera to his head and would live stream everything that happened to him 24/7. Eventually, the site
Yup.
grew and welcomed people from all over the world to
I used
live
to stream on
The
Justin
company had a
TV.
name change, which we now know as Twitch, and in 2014 was bought out by Amazon for $970 million. The first thing I want to do is talk about the horrible Twitch staff. Now, it's very known that Twitch has some, let's say, biased
Wow.
staff. Every
Coming
other
in
month, it
hot.
seems like a female streamer gets banned and then unbanned within the same week, whereas a
God
male streamer
damn.
will get banned for the same thing, if not something less harmful, and end up getting permanently banned. This has been proven time and time again, with the most recent case being about Narcissa Wright, a Twitch streamer that literally tweeted
Narcissa
out,
Wright.
I want to kill myself and shoot people at Twitch headquarters.
That story
Ha,
is
ha, ha,
very
ha,
sad,
who was
honestly.
banned, and then what do you know? Unbanned a few days later. I mean, if you ask me, that should have been a permanent ban, but no. We see in this tweet here that they're reducing her ban, and basically, you know, she got unbanned, is what I'm trying to say.
Point is, Twitch, I see where your bans come. I see where they come from, but it's like to me,
Where's the bits, Alex?
it's just like this situation. Shoot people at the Twitch headquarters.
Should be a permanent ban. Now, why? Are the Twitch staff just full of simps? Yeah. And in all honesty, it does seem like Twitch has favorites. Sometimes the reasoning for people getting banned is so stupid, but then if a female does it, again, this is not every
Now,
single
correct me
case.
if I'm wrong. Wasn't she rebanned after being... Or... Wasn't she rebanned after being unbanned and then banned again? I'm pretty sure they did correct that mistake. The whole Narcissa Wright story is extremely sad, though. That situation is horrible. I don't think many people know like the whole lore behind Narcissa Wright, but it's a honestly really sad story. Tell it? I can give the cliff notes. Back in the early days of Twitch, really Twitch was built on the back of speedrunning for a little while, like Siglimic, Cosmo Wright. Really the two of them were like pillars of streaming content on Twitch. And started to really get a lot of headlines, and then eventually ADGQ was rolling around, AGDQ started popping off. Cosmo Wright was a prolific speedrunner in Zelda games, Wind Waker, Ocarina of Time, all of that. And then over time, started to lose interest in speedrunning. I remember, I think it was 2016, Cosmo Wright entered into a Nintendo-sanctioned competition with a guy named John Numbers, where they were playing Mario Maker as a contest, and Cosmo Wright got blown out and didn't really return to streaming after that, if I recall correctly. And then after that, Cosmo Wright's mental health seemed a little spotty from what people were seeing. Eventually, Cosmo Wright transitions into Narcissa Wright, and from there, the streams that she would do were really focused on like really negative things, and it was very like a toxic environment. Eventually, Narcissa stopped streaming for a while, and what I understood is that she just outright stopped altogether. And then she posted that tweet about wanting to kill herself, and then the Twitch staff, which obviously turned a lot of heads as like, hey, what the fuck is this? So that's where the story's at. There's a lot more nuance to it, but that's kind of like the Cliff Notes breakdown. That whole story there, a lot of like sad and unfortunate things happened along the way. But since I was so big into watching Siglimit, Cosmo, that whole community of speedrunners, it's something I actively followed for a really long time.
Stephen Heyman. On August 31st, 2018, Stephen
I don't
Heyman and John
recognize him.
DiPietro, I hope I said that right, were on their way to Dragon Con, a convention made for gamers, comic
Is that a real
enthusiasts,
thing?
science fiction fans, and more.
Sounds like a
Steven
joke,
was
like
streaming
Dragon
the whole
D's
thing.
nuts.
This is called IRL streaming. In Atlanta, Georgia, a man is seen approaching John and pins him to the ground. We can't see much, but we do get a full view of what the man looks like.
JP, just let go. JP, just let go.
What the fuck is happening?
JP, just let go of it. JP, just let go of it.
Wow.
Jesus Christ.
You can hear
Well, that was
Steven
awfully
repeatedly
calm.
say, JP, just let go. And this is due to what I'm assuming is John not wanting the man to take his camera, which the man did end up stealing. From the reports I've
Oh,
read,
wow.
it seems like the man was never caught. The YouTube comments were full of, L friend, this dude is such a bad friend, and comments like that. But honestly, that was the best thing to do. You don't know if someone is carrying a knife or a firearm, and your life really isn't worth getting killed over something as simple as a camera or your wallet, when you could just
Love how the dude
reorder
didn't
all your
help.
credit card.
Bro, you're not gonna just give up the camera. Everyone shits on Dale Brown for giving like survival advice for how to like survive in an intense situation and disarm the attacker, and you guys give him shit. But the optimal thing to do is to not fight back. Just give your camera. Again, like Tuv just said, could have a knife, could have a gun, and that guy's big as fuck. That guy was significantly more jacked than Steven here. Just give up the fucking camera. Like, I guarantee if this guy did fight back and got his ass beat, people would give him much more shit anyway. Or he could have lost his life over it for a camera.
The police officer explains the call and asks Mr. Big for his name. Mr. Big explains that he doesn't need to give him any sort of information.
Oh boy, you
and
went
it's
full
honestly
Reddit.
a pretty long and petty back and forth from both of them, up until the cop places Mr. Big under arrest. I would say wrongfully place him under arrest. I mean, he did have his right to not say anything. Cops can always arrest you based on suspicion. You know, it didn't seem in the clip like there was any suspicion of anything other than just the way Mr. Big was acting. Anyway, so Mr. Big gets arrested, right? They leave and they close the door. So a few minutes after the arrest, the door opens and reveals a neighbor, presumably the one that made the complaint, walking in and stealing a pair of shoes and a headset. He then
What?
returns and steals what seems to be his phone and a watch. I tuned into Mr. Big's Twitch page,
No.
and to my surprise, he still streams. Well, he took a break and is back and averages about 5 to 10 viewers.
That's
so I decided to ask him
fucked.
a couple questions.
What
and
a
he was
galaxy
nice enough to
brain
answer.
scheme,
Make sure to
though.
show him some love and make sure to tell
Fucking
him I sent
supervillain
him.
My name's
mastermind.
Kev. I'm a YouTuber. Yeah, he was charged. Guy was
nice.
a career criminal, man. Had a lengthy criminal history. I think he did 3 years for that shit. His name.
I tried looking his name up in like a Washington police directory or something. I checked a lot of websites and I did not find a Jeremy Frost ad. Not that I don't believe you, Mr. Big. It's just that I would have liked to pull up his mugshot. RickyBot. RickyBot was a 43-year-old
I don't know this
man
one
who
either.
streamed himself playing Pokemon Go.
Oh,
Y'all
yes, I
remember
do.
that?
Yes, I do,
Pokemon Go is
actually.
a mobile game which requires you to go
I do know this
outside
one.
in order to catch dip. Since the man stole 3 cell phones and the camera itself. RickyBot was taken to a local hospital with a laceration on the side of his head and a swollen right cheek. That same night, Ricky put out a series of tweets reading, "I got mugged playing Pokemon Go in Central Park. Still talking to police and will go to the hospital soon. My jaw is a mess. Thanks all. My Twitch account got suspended. Literally insult to injury. Hashtag
Yeah, that's another fucked up thing that Twitch used to do. I don't know if they still do. If a crime gets captured on stream, or like something like that, I guess, where you get your ass beat on stream, they just ban the account outright, which is weird. I remember there was that guy who was involved in a hit and run while streaming. At least I think it was a hit and run. Oh no, there was a streamer who, while streaming IRL, accidentally captured like a shootout. I think it was like a guy shot at a car on his stream, and the guy got banned for it. It's really like a weird policy they have in that department when you capture something like that. That's technically against TOS, but you had no control over it, and it would also be good evidence. So I don't know why they'd like take it down. But yeah, that was something they did for all of those kind of cases. I remember that. I don't know if they still do though. Yeah.
So if I'm streaming, right, I have a malicious friend for some reason in my house, right? He comes in, says a slur, runs out. I'm getting banned, right? It's I hate it so much. And this poor man got pinned down to the ground and robbed. And Twitch is like, oh nah, that's violent. Take it down. It's like, there's a lot of stuff about Twitch that rubs me the wrong
that policy
way.
is
Anyway,
terrible.
In case you're wondering how Ricky is doing now.
How do they justify it? Because I know they even put out a statement about it. I'm kind of curious. Where can I find those guidelines? Again, I don't know if they still do it though. But where can I find it? Because I'm curious what they did to defend it. They don't want people faking it for clout. I remember bits and pieces back with the guy who captured a shooter on stream. I think they said something like, we're doing it to keep the VOD private for everyone involved and sharing it with the police or something. Thanks for your subcatamon. I don't remember. If I could just remember what that case was, I'm sure I could find their tweet about it that clarified. Does anyone remember what it was? Because it was a pretty big one. That one got mainstream attention. A streamer had captured like a shootout on stream on Twitch. It was valuable information for the crime, and they banned the account, which then made it inaccessible. Was it North Hollywood Shootout? Man, what the fuck? This was 1997 North Hollywood Shootout. I remember that. This was not Twitch, you fucking asshole. That one though changed law enforcement drastically. So this is totally unrelated to anything we're watching here with the Twitch crimes. This shootout is fucking crazy. So 2 robbers were armed to the teeth, like full-blown juggernaut from Modern Warfare 2. And they robbed a store, and the police showed up, and they just started blasting. Like, the guys full auto, just letting it all hang loose. Oh, it was a bank. They robbed the bank. Yeah, that's what it was. Robbed the bank, just blasting. And the cops were shooting back, but their handguns weren't powerful enough to pierce their armor. So they couldn't actually stop them. They couldn't actually prevent them from leaving or doing anything. So they just kept walking away, taking bullets from the police while firing back. The police got so desperate for firepower, they started, I believe they raided a nearby gun store for like shotguns and other items, and as well as like just trying to find anything with a higher caliber. And it was such a long drawn out shootout that post North Hollywood Shootout, they started arming police officers much more heavily, like more firepower in their vehicles. It was crazy. The whole thing was captured on helicopter. In fact, the only reason it even ended is because one of the officers got a lucky shot on one of their ankles, because their ankle was slightly exposed, so they hit his ankle, he fell to the floor and knew he was going to be killed, so he took his own life. And then the other one, I think, got really desperate and just started walking at them or something like that. It was something like that. It was fucking crazy. Thanks to Prime Megalodon.
The streamer reacts and is then met with a handgun being pointed at his face, and he screams. Alright, don't roast his scream, because I'm pretty sure if any of us were in that position, we would not know what to do. So I know you chuckled after that scream, and I did too, but like, let's not be too hard on that
a normal
scream. One of the thieves goes to keep his wife quiet, and you can hear the kids in the background. The other is beating the streamer repeatedly with brass knuckles, asking where the money is at.
How do people think it's fake then?
Doesn't have any money, but eventually I did find the name of the streamer, and that's TMoneyFG. It seems he doesn't stream anymore, and I couldn't find a YouTube channel, unless it's the one with 1 subscriber, but I doubt it. I also found his Twitter, and it's extremely botted. 16,000 followers and no likes on his recent tweet. Yeah, a little bit weird. You would think that if he faked this, he would at least gain clout from it. And if he faked it, I don't know if he would scream like that on purpose. Plus, why would you put your kids through something like this? I mean,
yeah, I don't think it's fake.
A lot of people were assuming that the wife set him up because she was too calm. That was stupid too. You can tell she's trying to stay calm for the kids. So
seems like a weird thing to fake if you don't even stream anymore.
Can't tell. The video looked.
Someone found it. Found the streamer you're asking about. Look up Bees on My Head TV carjacking. He was banned for getting carjacked while viewers were trying to use the VOD to find the guy who robbed them. Twitch came out and clarified their policy in response, stating that streamers are responsible for anything shown on stream. That's exactly what I was thinking of, a carjacking. not a shootout around cars. You're absolutely right. Did he ever get his account back? Because this is like really a hardline stance. Twitch suspended his account for behavior caught on camera and has since informed the streamer he won't be getting it back anytime soon. Thanks again,
Security
McLovin.
breach. No, not the Five Nights at Freddy's game. So 6 months ago, on October 6th, Twitch was hacked and a torrent
Oh,
file
hey,
containing
yeah,
around
this was the,
125 gigabytes worth of leaks appeared on 4chan, and
income
that
leak.
included source code, streamer earnings, encrypted passwords, and more. We bring to you today an extremely poggers leak. Twitch is an American video live streaming service that focuses on video game live streaming, including broadcast of esports competitions operated by Twitch Interactive, a subsidiary of Amazon.com. Their community is also a disgusting, toxic cesspool. Beginnings, mobile, desktop, and video game console Twitch clients, creator payouts from 2019 until now. Find out how much your favorite streamer is really making. And then they link.
Did they ever release
torrent
the
file.
second part
Jeff
to this?
Bezos paid $970 million for this, and we're giving it away for free. Hashtag do better Twitch. Though a bunch of stuff got
They
leaked,
didn't?
people mainly focused on how much their favorite streamers were making. I mean, your passwords were at stake, but people were, you know, kind of mad at XQC for being a millionaire, which we all know. We all know he's a millionaire.
No, that
Many
was a
people were
surprise
mad
to
at
everybody.
streamers saying they didn't make sense. It's really funny because a lot of Twitch streamers have their sub count like on the top of their head. They're letting me
No,
know how
that
much
doesn't
money
mean
they make.
anything,
It just
though.
takes a little bit of math. And they claimed that a part 2 was coming out, but that never happened. Many people just assume it was an ex-Twitch employee or a Twitch employee who knew they were going to be fired.
I
and
doubt
they
it
were
was
just
an
like,
ex-Twitch
all
employee.
right, before I go, I'm just going to end this off with a big bang. I'm sure you guys remember the whole Save the Kids thing.
Who could
It seemed
forget?
like when crypto was, I wouldn't say at its peak, I would say at its peak popularity within the internet culture, there were a lot of influencers really taking advantage of this. This doesn't even count the NFT thing, right? This is crypto. Crypto and NFTs are very similar, but they are different, right? You buy
Shitcoins
NFTs with
versus
crypto, crypto is
NFTs,
just crypto.
shit
There were a
art.
lot of influencers promoting a bunch of scam coins, and once their fans would like buy the coins, they would quickly just take all the money, dip, leave the coin with no value. I mean, even Aiden Ross admitted to doing this.
Chat, by the way, that MILF token shit I did a
Yeah, I
while back,
remember this one.
I already told you guys, don't buy that shit. I got paid a bag to do that shit. Like, I don't give a fuck. How many of you guys actually bought it?
Oh my god.
Which was Ice Poseidon. Now, Ice Poseidon used to be a very
Yeah,
popular Twitch
we
streamer.
know this
In
one.
case you guys haven't heard of him, he's very popular for getting swatted. Yeah, that's what he's known for. He once got swatted on an airplane.
I actually don't know if I'm allowed to watch his story on Twitch. We all know this one though. He openly admitted to stealing, what was it, 500, what was it, $300 or $500,000 from a shitcoin that he was pumping. Just very open. Watch it? Nah, I'll just explain it. I made a whole video on it when it happened. Ice Poseidon was pumping a shitcoin. Somehow his community bought into it. He ran away with 300 to 500,000. I don't remember what number it was, but it was somewhere in that ballpark. And he then went on CoffeeZilla's channel and openly said, yeah, I took the money. I was worried the coin was going to lose some value, so I thought I might as well take the money before it hit zero. And he was just very open and honest. And then CoffeeZilla said, hey, why don't you just give the money back since you still have it? I see it in your wallet. You could give the money back. And he said, I could, but I don't want to. Yep. It was fucking crazy.
So-
We didn't watch this one yet. The internet's strangest websites. I pretty much know every website that's existed on the internet throughout time, so I don't know if he'll really pull any fast ones on me here.
So I thought we'd revisit a fan favorite video, and that's the internet's strangest websites. In this part 2, we'll be taking a look
Thanks for
at
some
obscure,
old gods,
funny, and
Ovo
downright
and
horrible
Jazz.
websites. Anything from Skyway Bridge reports, the Heaven's Gate cult site, boobas, to whatever the f this is. Today, we will be talking about the internet's strangest websites. I also
you
want to
some,
mention
Joseph.
that if this video somehow gets 100,000 likes,
Whoa,
then sure, I'll go
God
back onto
damn.
the dark web and make a part 2 to the dark web version, which a lot of you guys
And
seem
it
to
crushed
enjoy.
it. Nice.
Anyway,
Thank you
make
so
sure to
much,
sit
Taco.
back, relax, and let's get started with the video.
Thank you so
Hey
fucking
guys,
much,
I just
man.
want to say thank you guys so much
you,
for
Taco.
800
Oh, yeah, that's what I just said.
subscribers. We literally hit it about like maybe 20 minutes ago. I was live on my Discord. and I
Damn.
just live streamed stream the
Tell
live
going
sub
wild.
count. So if you guys want to join the Discord, make sure to go join it. Let's talk about the Patreon for a little bit. So for $5, you guys can get
85 gift
access
subs
to a
Pope and
special
the resub
role where
Paul.
I always
Give sub
talk
Feel
in that
Bad.
specific chat. You know, I don't really be talking in the general chats. I be
And
talking
tier
to
one
you guys
Zebra.
all the time in the Patreon chat. Like we're friends, like friends, and it's pretty cool. And for $15, you guys get all my YouTube videos. Or this video, my Patreon people, they already saw it like a couple days ago. Also, thank you guys so much for all the birthday wishes. Seriously, it means a lot to me. March 18th was my birthday, and I turned 20 years old. All I asked for my
Getting
birthday
old.
was y'all stream Cherry Soda. And I guess leave a like on the video, because we're trying to hit 100,000 likes, which I think we can get. And if you're on mobile, there's a new
85
like
subs getting
animation.
Pope.
Right now, literally try it out
Resub
if you're on
Yak
mobile.
and
Click the
Prime
like button.
Smokin'.
It does this cool animation. I wish they did that on PC, but sadly not. So the Internet Strangest websites part 2. This list is in no specific order. The websites
I know,
can be
Tubbs the
creepy,
boy, man. He's
funny,
such a good guy.
pointless, or downright horrible. All my sources will be linked below, and all the websites will be linked down below in a Google document. Without further ado, let's get started with the video. Pink meth. Revenge is the concept of sharing an ex-partner's nudes publicly without their consent. Pink meth, which was originally a
Well, I've
site
never
on the
heard of that
service
one.
web before switching to the dark web, was the main website for this. With the option to submit images anonymously, some posts even included contact information and links to social media profiles of the victims. But what if a girl found out she was on the website and didn't want her images on the website? Well, luckily there was a removal request form, but it wasn't really. It was just so that the people reading could get an even bigger laugh seeing at how the victim is trying to
Jesus
get her
Christ.
images off the website. This is what the form read. Click the link below to submit a story containing 500 to 2,000 words explaining how your personal information and
Prime
images
Super
got
and
leaked,
the
and
Resub
teach a
Diabetic
hooch to
and
cover her
Skyrat.
cooch so she doesn't have to explain to her coworkers or sorority sisters why her quote intimate moment with the love of her life, or drunken one-night stand, is now making strangers around the world reach for the lotion and Kleenex. Pink meth loves slutty smart chicks, so share your story, along with a few solid tips on how you can let your freak flag fly
What the
while keeping
fuck
your
is
naughty
this?
side on the sly, and your profile will be removed. Plus, you get that warm fuzzy feeling that only comes from schooling bitches or a great orgasm. The site was seized in November 2014 as part of Operation Onimus, a multi-agency law enforcement effort that resulted in the
some stone.
shutdown of over 24 dark websites, Pink Meth being one of them. Though I could not find the original creator of Pink Meth and if they were ever charged, but for comparison's sake, 27-year-old Kevin Ballalert, owner of YouGotPosted.com, another revenge site,
That
was
looks like
charged
a guy
with
that would run
31
that.
felony counts of conspiracy, identity theft, and extortion, resulting in 18 years in prison.
I ended up
Nice.
in mental hospitals twice because of this, and recently just had another break. Didn't end up in the hospital, but I'm medicated and everything, which has been helping. But it's been so traumatizing, and I just want my life to get back to the way it was.
This is a first.
Hosanna1.com.
What was that
This
guy's name?
website is
Kevin. What was it? Kevin something? What was it? Someone tell me what the last name was. Kevin Costner. Kevin Spacey. Kevin Bacon. Kevin Gar. Okay. I'll do a little broader search. How about... Let's see if that comes up. Man who was wrongfully convicted of 3 murders, Kevin Strickland. No, that didn't work. What the fuck? What was the name of that site then? Yeah, I'll just rewind it. I don't know why I'm asking chat. It's a stupid idea.
definitely one
In the hospital twice.
theft and extort. YouGotPosted.com.
You Got
another
Posted.
Hosanna1.
Kevin Bollard. Man, that guy was destined to be a loser. That's a weird last name. Bollard. It's like a Dungeons and Dragon AI generated name. Alright, here's an update in 2017. "28-year-old web developer and confirmed douchebag." Oh, this is not this is not an official reporter. I don't think I've ever read an article from the New York Times where they just call the guy a douchebag, which he is. But yeah, it looks like he's still serving his 18-year sentence, even by the other headlines. Nice. Hey, Bolart, I'm sure it was worth it.
.com. This website is definitely one of, if not the strangest website on this list. I mean, I could have an entire video talking about this one. From what it seems, this is, or was, an Afghan
Tier 1
hound
bunny,
breeding
Tier 1
registry,
Tokez,
where one
and
would
Prime
visit to schedule
Avid.
breeding the dogs or simply buying from a litter. But the website looks so fucking goofy. To be fair, it was created in 1999, but even for that time period, the website looked like this. We believe that Afghan hounds are some of the most marvelous of his works. Visit our Hosanna
Aw.
Afghan Hounds homepage to view about a dozen pages with dozens of beautiful photos of our wonderful hounds. The AAA and AAA World Wide
Thanks, you
Web
Subpickle.
publishing stands for Afghans, 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 since we have so much experience producing beautiful websites to showcase them. Browse the pages we've done for ourselves and others. See what AAA, WW can do for you. Then it proceeds to talk about God? I thought this was for dog breeding. Look, I'm sure we're not gonna get any
Thank you for the 10
answers
gift subs,
soon,
Pope.
but
Thank you, man.
I'll just show you the weirdest things I found on this website. Clicking the main dog gif on the website leads you to a YouTube video of a person showing off the Afghan hound certificate.
This is kinda
Our channel
wholesome.
seems pretty normal and wholesome, but the website is so fucking weird. I dumped Twitter, deleted my account and the app off my phone the day after they dumped my president. The best president in my lifetime. If he wasn't good enough for Twitter, Twitter is sure not good enough
Why
for
is
me.
this on
I will
the
never touch
Afghan
TikTok with a
breeding
10-foot
site
pole. It is
for
owned by the
dogs here?
Chinese Communist Party. I also dumped Amazon and avoid Google as much as possible. I use DuckDuckGo. I am Linda Farley, God's child, mom of 6, grandma of 21.
Oh,
and a
what?
charter member
Grandmother of 20. This is. Numbers like that just always make me so upset. It's like you didn't need 21 fucking kids. Nobody needs that many. It's absurd.
of the vast right-wing conspiracy. It seems like the owner is just someone's grandma, which explains why the website layout is so old. I mean, she got a jukebox section and an art card section, and not to mention, they got the Great Site Award. Look at that. That's the official Great Site Award. Is the website wholesome? Is it strange? Is it creepy? I think it's all of those and more. Poopsenders.com. Ever wanted to send shit to someone through mail? Well, now you can. Poop senders refer to themselves as the ultimate gag gift, a literal
no sites
gag
like this
gift.
one.
It's guaranteed to be anonymous, and all you have to know is the person you want to send it to's address. You have the options of cow poop, elephant poop, gorilla poop, or even the combo pack. Now you're probably wondering, how the fuck do they get the poop? In their frequently asked questions section, it says that one of their staff team members goes to a local dairy farm and zoo about twice a week.
Thank you for the crazy
their website's
generosity
been active since
tonight,
2007,
man.
so I'm
Thank
sure
you.
business is booming. But
give
is
some
this
Kako?
even legal? Well, yes. Poop is non-hazardous. You just can't use their service to threaten people. But bruh, you know damn well the only people you would send this to is someone that deserves it. Let me know if I should order some and unbox it on my second channel. Yeah, I'm asking you guys if you guys would like to see me unbox
Thank you so much,
poop on
Taco.
my second channel. By the way, I have a second channel where I post anything I want. In case you guys are interested, make sure to go subscribe to that.
Now, I haven't seen part 1 of this. Has he mentioned Rate My Poo before? If anyone's seen part 1? Thanks to give sub Jinx. Thanks to give sub Kako. No. Oh, it looks like so many people remember Rate My Poo. That's so sweet. Rate My Poo is one of those websites that just always immediately takes me back in time when I think about it. In the Gears Award days, people used to like send that around as a joke thing. They'd disguise the link and people would click it, and it's just a bunch of shit pics where you rate them. Oh, that one was genuinely a fucking classic. There were some wild poops on there, that's for damn sure. Some unholy loads.
Meatspin.com.
Hey,
Meatspin
classic.
was a part of a collection of shock sites from back in the day. Back in the day when you got a random link and you didn't have to worry about getting your IP grabbed. Instead, you just worry about a Rickroll, or even worse, a Rickroll with a different link. But being sent a link that said Meatspin on it, who wouldn't want to click that? And well, how do I say this without being demonetized? This is gonna be
You can't.
one of the weirdest explanations of my life. Okay, are you guys ready? It's
Ready.
a man helicoptering,
Mhm.
right? You guys know what the helicopter, that move that only guys can do? So this is guy
Helicopter dick.
helicoptering another guy that he's sitting on. They doing the thing, right? They doing the thing, and he just helicoptering, and his thing is just 360ing. Y'all gotta give me some credit because I am a good explainer, bro, when it comes to like not getting demonetized. I am great at this. Anyway, the video was like 1 second and it would just loop. There was a counter at the bottom noting how many spins you sat through. It says here,
Oh, I actually didn't remember that.
112 spins. Internet shock sites are a glorious part of internet history, and I even debated
I didn't
making
remember
an
the
entire
counter.
video based on them, but that's not really a smart idea considering the whole video would be me explaining things how I just did, and that's not really that fun, is it? But join me as we read some of the titles of other shock sites.
High
I'm probably gonna have
score.
to blur some of these guys.
Yeah, I'll try and break the record.
I'm only gonna read a few of them. So we have Shock Button, Nut Abuse, BME Pain Olympics, Lemon Party, one of my personal favorites. I can't even say that. No, actually, no, not one of my personal favorites. Two Guys,
Lemon
One
Party is a
Horse.
pretty wild one.
We have One Man, One Jar. Yeah, I'm gonna stop there. I don't. Turdgasm? What is Turdgasm?
I actually don't know
I want to make
Turdgasm.
it clear that I'm not going to be providing links to the 18 plus websites. I literally can't. I think that's against YouTube's terms of service. When you go down to the
Thanks, Risa.
list of the
Brit
document, there will
influence.
not be the 18 plus websites. Only the ones that are appropriate for me to link.
What were the other ones on that list real quick? I think the only one I don't remember is Turdgasm. And Two Guys, One Horse, is that the same as Mr. Hands? I don't think that's the same as Mr. Hands, is it? Oh, it is? Okay, it is the same one. Then yeah, the only one I don't know here is Turdgasm. I've never heard of that one before.
One Horse. Pointer Pointer. Pointer Pointer is a 2012 website created by Studio
Horse
Moniker
guy legit
that loads up
died.
a picture of
Yeah, he
someone
did.
pointing at your cursor wherever it lands. Yeah, I mean, it's pretty innocent. It's pretty funny. I like it. It's pretty fun, but it gets boring after a minute. The images don't look like they were ripped from Google, but rather a collection of images that were taken by a college student. I wonder if the creator was the cameraman and if he just went around his college campus being
Thanks,
like, hey,
Yusuf
yo,
Dylan.
can you quickly point for a picture? While I was reading about this website, it actually said that the creator makes the website load in like a little suspense because he said that he could do it really fast. Like when you drag the cursor, it would actually load in all the pictures instantly. But he said it wasn't good suspension wise. So yeah, let's move on to the next one.
That was a pretty innocent one.
HashimaIsland.co.uk. Hashima Island is an abandoned island of Nagasaki, lying about 9 miles from the center of the city. It is one of the 505 uninhabited islands in Nagasaki Prefecture. The island's most notable features are its abandoned concrete buildings, undisturbed nature, and the surrounding sea wall. While the island is a symbol of the rapid industrialization of Japan, it is also a reminder of Japanese war crimes and the forced labor prior to and during the Second World War. During World War II, the history of the island is darker as Japanese wartime mobilization policies exploited enlisted Korean civilians
Wasn't
and
that a
Chinese
jail?
prisoners
Is it?
as forced laborers. Made to work
Guess
under
so.
harsh conditions, it's estimated that over 1,000 workers died on the island between the 1930s and the end of the war as a result of unsafe working conditions, malnutrition, and exhaustion. The website opens up with this statement: Welcome to Hashima Island. On 27th June 2013, Google released brand new
Thank you,
street
two
views
good
of a
subs, Speedy
forgotten
Gonzalez, and
world
their
off
sub
the coast
dubs.
of Japan in Nagasaki Prefecture. Take a haunted trip through history and discover the secrets and myths hidden amongst Hashima Island's mysterious, desolate landscape. It seems like a video game with eerie music playing in the background and a black and white filter. You can visit the Google Maps version as well. This website only modifies it to make it scarier and provide important facts about the history. Very sad and haunting at the same time.
That's kind of impressive.
Skywaybridge.com. A sadder one on this list is Skywaybridge.com. This website keeps track of all the committed at the Hillsborough County Sunshine Skyway Bridge since 1954. You can search by name, check out the camera footage, and leave tips and comments on threads about certain events.
I didn't know
The website
about
is
this one.
dedicated to have everything you need to know regarding incidents and accidents that have occurred here. I do not suggest visiting the website if you're in a bad mental state, and that goes for some of the other websites in this video. So if you're in a bad mental state, I really do not suggest visiting these websites. Just want to make that very clear.
Yeah, that one's sad.
Thisman.org. I'm sure we've all seen this man, and if you don't know what the story behind this man is, here it is. In January 2006 in New York, the patient of a well-known psychiatrist draws the face of a man that has been repeatedly appearing in her dreams. In more than one occasion, that man has given her advice on her private life. The woman swears that she has never met the man in her life. The portrait lies forgotten on the psychiatrist's desk for a few days, until one day another patient recognizes that face and says that the man often visited him in his dreams. He also claims he has never seen that man in his waking life. The psychiatrist decides to send the portrait
God damn it, now he's gonna gonna be in my
have
dreams
patients
tonight.
with recurring dreams. Within a few months, 4 patients recognized the man as a frequent presence in their own dreams. All the patients referred to him as this man. From January 2006 until today, at least 2,000 people have claimed they've seen this man.
It's
in
D.B.
many
Cooper.
cities all over the world.
Yeah, he's hiding in
Los
people's
Angeles,
dreams now.
Berlin, Sao Paulo, Tehran, Beijing, Rome, Barcelona, Stockholm, Paris, New Delhi, Moscow, etc. At the moment, there is no certain relation or common trait among the people that have dreamed of seeing this man. Moreover, no living man has ever been recognized as resembling the man of the portrait by the people who have seen this man in their dreams. The aim of this website is to help those who have seen this man in their dreams and to foster communication among them, to understand
That's my
why
buddy
this man
Eric.
is and why he appears
Man,
in
he's
an
such a
apparently
fucking asshole.
patternless array of situations in the dreams of such diverse human subjects. Though this whole thing was a fucking lie and found out to be a hoax.
Ah.
Anyone that's right now watching this video and said, hey, I've seen that, no, you're lying. You're a bandwagon person. Stop it. It's not real.
That was a
Upon
call
this
out.
man's initial widespread exposure, there was suspicion from not only 4chan users, but also blogs like Ask Me and IO9 that it was a guerrilla marketing stunt, as they discovered thisman.org was hosted by the same company that also hosted a site named guerrillamarketing.it, a fake advertising agency which designed subversive hoaxes and created weird art projects exploring politics, and
As
advertising.
resub.
All right, so from what I've
Poot.
researched, eventually someone from the company was came out
It's
and was
Raven.
like, "Nah, this was a stunt, guys. I'm sorry." So it was a full admission. Like I say in a lot of my videos, don't believe everything that's on the internet. InternetLifeStats.com. In part 1, we spoke about another stats website, and that focused mainly on life and death. But this one focuses on more, I guess, common situations, such as internet users in the world, Google searches, emails sent, websites hacked, internet traffic, CO2 emissions, and a lot more. It also has awesome visualizers to really give you an idea of
I wonder how
fast
accurate
something
it is.
happening. Now, how do they get these stats? I'm 99.9% sure they're just estimates. They're not real. It's not like they're tracking.
Probably just made
whenever
up.
Women have babies, right?
He's
They're
a tier 1
just
Speedy
estimates.
Gonzalez.
Heavensgate.com.
Oh.
Heavensgate was an American new religious movement, often described as a cult, and
Such
was
a
founded
wild
in
cult.
1974 and led by Bonnie Nettles and Marshall Applewhite, known as T and Doe. Nettles and
Thank you, 5
Applewhite
gifts,
first
Speedy.
met in
Thank you, man.
1972 and went on a journey of spiritual discovery, identifying themselves as the two witnesses of revelation, and attracting a following of several hundred people in the mid-1970s. In 1976, the group stopped recruiting and instituted a monastic lifestyle. Scholars have described the theology of Heavensgate as a mixture of Christian millenarianism, New Age, and ufology. The central belief of the group was that the followers could transform themselves into immortal extraterrestrial beings by rejecting their human nature, aka
Maybe they did.
committing, and they would ascend to heaven, referred to as the quote next level. The death of Nettles to cancer in 1985 challenged the group's views on ascension, where they originally believed that they would ascend to heaven while alive aboard a UFO, later coming to believe that the body was merely a container or vehicle
There's a
for the
prime
soul,
Bobo.
and their consciousness would be transferred to
Not
new
yet, Miles.
quote next level bodies upon death. On March 26, 1997, deputies of the San Diego County Sheriff's Department discovered the bodies of 39 active members of
Yep.
the group, including that of Applewhite, in the house in the San Diego suburb of Rancho Santa Fe. They had participated in a mass. Just before the mass, the group's website was updated with the message, "Hail Bop brings closure to Heaven's Gate. Our 22 years of classroom here on planet Earth is finally coming to conclusion. Graduation from the human evolutionary level. We are happily prepared to leave this world and go with T's crew." The website is just so creepy looking at
Fucking
now,
wild.
considering it was a real cult, and these members browsed exactly what we're browsing now to eventually leave this Earth together.
How did they kill themselves again? I don't remember what it was. I do remember the Heaven's Gate one pretty well, though. They tried to do the suicide as a comet was passing over by or something. It wasn't Kool-Aid. Jesus Christ, you guys are mixing it up with Jamestown. Jesus, Jonestown. Jesus, what? Jonestown. Jesus. I'm just gonna look it up. Okay. Chat's divided on whether or not it was Kool-Aid or just some other poison, because I'm super curious now. Let's see. Oh, God damn it, it's making me pay for it. Let's just check Wikipedia. To kill themselves, the members took oh my god, phenobarbital mixed with applesauce and pudding and washed it down with vodka. So yeah. They poisoned themselves, but it wasn't Kool-Aid. Oh, it's a barbiturate? Oh, well that would make sense considering the end of it is barbital. Yeah, that one's fucking wild. Cults are crazy, man. Cults are fucking crazy. The surviving members sued Lil Uzi for copyright. No shot. What? No way. That's gotta be some kind of meme. Heaven's Gate cult threatens Lil Uzi Vert over eternal atake. How is there still Heaven's Gate members? He is using and adapting our copyright and trademarks without our permission, and the infringement will be taken up with our attorneys. This is not fair use or parody. It is a direct and clear infringement. Holy shit. The judge working on that case, Resident Sleeper. Yeah. Oh, there's only 2 surviving members. And they threatened Lil Uzi Vert. What the fuck do they do now? Thanks to the resub, Neb and Sam, and the gift sub Dario.
Hey guys, this video is brought to you by Atlas VPN. You guys are going to want to hear about this considering we are talking about visiting strange websites. Atlas VPN is
Some members had to stay alive to keep the site running. It was part of their plan.
Server, your device is connected to a new IP.
Wait, that's fucking crazy.
Address. All of that traffic is encrypted and routed.
So they still fully believe in it?
When the traffic arrives at the server, the VPN decrypts information and allows traffic to access the desired destination. Atlas VPN is available on iPhone, Android, Mac, and PC. Currently, Atlas VPN is running
I had no idea about that.
For just $1.99 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. The deal won't last for long, so make sure to check it out by clicking the link in the description below. Let me show you guys something really cool you can do with it, and that's saving money. So many websites have their pricing adjusted based on the region that your device is in.
Real life Vegeta and Nappa.
And IP addresses.
Guess that's one way of looking at it.
Exactly where you are. Once you switch your location to like India, for example, the price in whatever you're looking for will see a huge drop. We've tried this out on many different websites, including airline companies, subscription services like Spotify, YouTube Premium, and Netflix. Again, guys, Atlas VPN is running a 3-year deal for just $1.99 a month with a 30-day money-back guarantee. So if you are interested, make sure to click the link down below. And now let's get back to the internet's strangest websites. Part 2.
Out of all the things you can...
Did
you say booba? I was gonna read that. I'll still read it. Out of all the things you can choose to believe in, people choose cults. What the fuck? I mean, it's not that simple, man. People don't go into a cult thinking it's a cult. That's like the last thing they think of. They'll deny that shit to the grave. Like, it is really not that simple, man. There's a lot that goes into it, and they prey on the most vulnerable people and give them some type of family atmosphere to make them feel like they're a part of it. So it becomes part of their personal identity. So when that gets attacked, they're personally attacked since they're so invested. And then that solidifies their position, and it really... Thanks to Tier 1 Moon.
Actually doesn't have like a booba.com. Someone had to re-upload the website, so the website doesn't actually still exist, but we have a copy of it. Booba was a British preschool television series that premiered on ITV in 2000.
Oh, we watched this once on stream.
Junior UK in 2005. As a kid, I fucking loved the show, and now doing research on it, I don't even know how I got access to it, considering it's a UK show and I'm just a random Mexican from California. You can tell it was made to stimulate a baby's brain with all the bright colors, weird noises, and lack of real words. And oh yeah, those alien things, aka boobas. They had a website for children, and oh boy. Looking back at it, this seems like a full-on drug trip. There's not really a goal. You just click stuff and it gets your brain stimulated.
Let's go, boobas!
The designs of the characters are fucking creepy. If you're not a baby, this website should earn a spot on your I'm never visiting this again list. A ColumbineSite.com. Their homepage states what their website contains perfectly. The oldest Columbine research site on the internet. A Columbine site archive is dedicated to those who were injured and those who died in the Columbine's high school incident in Littleton, Colorado on April 20th, 1999. This website deals with the grim facts of what happened that day. It's a stark look at the actions of Eric Harris and Dylan Klebold and the consequences they have followed. You'll find a mountain of information here about the victims as well as photos, videos, and news clips from the event. There are transcripts from the gunman's videotapes and basement tapes, and news about Columbine's repair. You'll also find the shooter's diaries and AOL profiles, Reb's Doom 2 WADs and websites, and thousands of official documents such as autopsy reports and crime scene photos. Everything that happened before, during, and after the tragic massacre, so we'll never forget. So if you've come looking for information about the Columbine shooting because you're doing research or just want to know what happened, proceed with caution. Some content is graphic and disturbing. Essay Typer and Hacker Typer. Hacker Typer allows you to live out your wildest dreams of hacking into someone's computer, stealing their social security number and identity, then moving to America, dyeing your hair red, and proclaiming yourself as a YouTuber. And Essay Typer is exactly what it sounds like.
Sounds
you can
cute.
type any subject onto the search bar, well, almost any, and this website will generate a pre-written essay and allow you to make it seem like you're the one typing, even though you're just button mashing. Not really ideal since this is blatant plagiarism, but I remember in middle school I had a substitute teacher, and you know, substitute teachers don't really give a fuck, so he was just walking around the class making sure that everyone was working. He was just glancing at the Chromebooks, so you know me, I would switch over to Essay Typer, button mash. You know, I kind of feel bad for him because he was an old fella, but that's what you get for being old. I can't say that, bro. I'm 20 now. I'm sorry, old people. I'm a part of you guys now. All right,
that's the fucking truth, man.
Let's get over to the next website.
It's all downhill. Well, after 21.
Imagine Hosanna1.com with the intentions of being a horrible website, but also wholesome. It's still extremely active, as we can see. The owner tweets pretty frequently. I mean, I hate using this word, but it's a quirky website. You can play a background song, and that's Hey Yeah by Outkast, the 8-bit version.
Sounds like
You can get
RuneScape
random
music.
facts, look at amazing colors, cool fonts, their favorite
Hey,
software,
Distortion,
and
good
Trump
to see you,
glitch,
man.
which is
Congrats
just
on that
making fun
crazy
of the way
fucking
Donald
run.
Trump speaks.
Can't wait to check the
Everyone
VOD.
loves Donald Trump, and
Thanks
those
for
that say
resub.
they don't are just lies from the lamestream media. Since Trump is the greatest person who ever lived, and we all should model our behavior after him. It is a sure, you're fired way of getting people to read what you say.
This is
your
on the
site,
same site
because
with
it's the wrong
Outkast,
site.
Hey
It's
Ya?
not the real site. It's SITE, actually. I just realized how annoying I sounded saying that. Ew, look how smug I am in this clip. Gross. Anyway, apology video coming out soon. Alright, so yeah, thanks for making it to the end of the video. If you guys like
That
the
was
video,
cute.
make sure you leave a like. If you guys are new to the channel,
I only knew
subscribe
2
if you
of those
want. I'm not gonna
websites.
force you to subscribe, but you can subscribe. I think you should subscribe if you made it all the way to the end of the video. But I make music, in case you guys didn't know. I don't know what else to say. I make music, and
Thanks for resub.
like always, my sources were
Sorry.
linked down below. I always make sure to credit everything I use. The websites are also down below. I'm talking too much. I'll see you guys next time I upload.
Alright. Let's check out the new tube video. The only thing I know about Kik is when Tinder was first becoming a thing, there was a ton of Kik bots where you'd match with them, and the first thing I do is like, hey, you want to see me spread my pussy? Check me out on Kik. But obviously everyone knows that it's a scam and a bot, so I never knew anyone that actually went to it. And that's all I know about Kik. So, from what I understand, it's supposed to just be like a messenger app, right? So is it like WhatsApp? Do we have any like Kik enthusiasts in here? It's for grooming and catfishing. Seems like a pretty risky business model. Like officially, that's what they target? Man, no one has anything nice to say about Kik. Why does it exist? What the fuck? This is all horrible. This all sounds miserable. Jesus Christ. Alright, well, I guess we'll just check this out then. It's like a full-blown movie here from Tuve. Unfriended on
Hey
Kik.
guys, welcome back to another video. My name is Tuv, and today we will be talking about one of the worst apps I've gotten to know, which is Kik Messenger. It's actually an extremely old app, but we're gonna get to that later in the video. Right now,
do
I
it
did
every
want to
fucking
explain
time.
my
Sorry,
absence.
Tuv.
Why was I gone for like 2 weeks? As you guys know, I did drop my first ever song, Cherry Soda, and I want to say thank you guys so much for all the support on that. I know hyperpop is like a very small genre and very hard to get into, but I'm so happy that it was overwhelmingly positive, and we actually hit 100,000 100,000 streams on Spotify. Like, Spotify's not
Hey,
even
good
my
shit, Tough.
platform, and you guys went there for me. So just thank you guys so much for liking Cherry Soda. Oh yeah, by the way, my vocal preset is available now for sale. If you want to sound just like I did in Cherry Soda, well, now you can.
No,
It's
I
as
guess I
easy
don't know
as
shit
dragging
about
it
Kik,
right
man.
into FL
Sorry.
Studio. And this is perfect if you're just starting to make music, specifically hyperpop, but any type of music. So yeah, make sure to go check out the video over on Gunner's channel whenever you have time. So yeah, we're finally back on the morbid video grind. New video every week, just like always. And if you guys want to watch my videos earlier than everyone else, make sure to subscribe to the Patreon. With that being said, let's actually start talking about Kik Messenger and why I'm making an entire video about it.
You lay it out for me. I don't know
So
shit
I don't know
about
about
it.
y'all, but Kik Messenger ran my middle school in 2013 to 2016. If you thought a girl was cute, your first word should have been, "Hey, yo, what's your Kik?" or "Add me on Kik."
Man,
Keep
what
in
the
mind,
fuck?
this was before Snapchat streaks, before Instagram DMs. Vine was peak comedy at this time. Yes, King Batch Vines. Kik Interactive was founded in 2009 by a group of students from the University of Waterloo in Canada who wished to create new technologies for use on mobile smartphones. Kik Messenger was created on October 19,
Thanks, you're so goof
2010,
and
and it
fluffy.
was and still is a mobile messaging app available on the App Store and Google Play Store. In September 2019, Kik CEO and founder Ted Livingston announced in a blog post that Kik Messenger
Ted.
would be shut down with over 100 employees being laid off. However, this decision was later reversed, and it was that same month Media Lab acquired Kik. Like I was saying, Kik was so goated back in the day, but nowadays, if you talk to anyone about Kik,
I
first of all,
don't
they're
know.
gonna laugh at you, but also
When was Kik founded? Was it like just after my time? Because I never heard of Kik until Tinder because of scams. Oh, did he say 2010? I didn't even hear that. Sorry. I guess I got too hyper focused on it. It's using blockchain technology in 2017. Innovative. When can we get the Kik NFTs? But what about Yik Yak? Do we have any old Yik Yak fans? Yik Yak ran my campus for like 2 semesters, or 2 years probably, before it got banned. Yik Yak was like a local chat app. So at my college, everyone would go on there and just post house party addresses, or sometimes girls would just post like pictures of themselves. And no, actually, that wasn't Yik Yak. Yik Yak, they would post like house party addresses and shit, and just like say generally mean things about each other on there because it was like anonymous messaging back and forth. You couldn't share pictures on it, could you? Am I misremembering it? I think it was only text. Yeah, it was just text, right? Okay, thought so. Okay. I remember there was a Snapchat page where girls used to literally just post videos of themselves having sex. It was like a trend for like a semester before they completely banned the Snapchat account. And I guess I conflated the two, but Yik Yak was big back
known
then.
to be the main grooming app. Besides Discord, of course. Discord is so mainstream. But the thing with Kik is that it's not mainstream at all. No one uses it. So, all these people and abusers go under the radar because, again, no one gives a fuck about the app. And as the years have gone by, the problem has only gotten worse. I mean, let's look at the app setup, for example. Opening the app, it seems like a literal porn site. You get a bunch of ads for, quote, lives,
Nice.
which the thumbnails are just people in suggestive positions or with very large personalities. It's not that different from other chatting services. Add your friends by usernames and that's really it. Kik has a public group chat search functionality that allows you to enter keywords in
Oh, you
order
just
to find
join
topics
random
to talk
groups?
about with others. If you guys are seeing footage in the background, it's going to be from my iPhone
Holy
and also
shit.
from an Android emulator I have on my computer, and that's called BlueStacks. So now that I give you guys, little introduction about the app, let's get into the worst part of it. The horrors. The horrors, guys, not the horrors. The horrors. So just like the Discord video, we spoke about the
Hey,
dangers
why
on a
not both?
specific app. It ranged from groomers to doxers. However, like I was saying, this app is not mainstream anymore. Since this app is so under the radar, this is abusers' favorite app. Again, excluding Discord. I feel like Discord is really big on this, and we did
Thanks for
talk about
Prime,
that in that
Goopy.
video. Think about it. Who's gonna get caught more? Someone that
Maybe
uses
some
Discord or
Makasu?
someone that uses fucking Kik? Right? So you know how I was saying that you could put a certain key tag and find people that are also interested in that? Well, Kik actually has its own list of pre-written tags. Very cool, right? So as you can see, we have like Fortnite, for example. We have Naruto.
Let's go to the Naruto one.
Just things kids like. But if you click any of those topics, by the way, this is right when you download the app, they're all overrun by sex and porn group chats. People bypass this by using the host word at the beginning and simply adding filler to the rest. Joining them will cause a bunch of sex bots to message you and send you scam links. Some keywords such as child or anything inappropriate will result in nothing. Kik blacklisted those
This
words.
is exactly
So
what
it
I
seems
thought
like they're
Kik was.
protecting the kids, right? No, let's keep talking. I needed some help on my research on the Kik app, so I actually went on Reddit and was looking up, a bunch of subreddits about Kik. Well, first of all, most of them are NSFW, which already gives you a bad look on the app, but I was able to find one where you just find regular group chats to talk about similar topics. And I came across this person that has been using Kik for years, right?
Why?
A Kik veteran. And they told me that a popular method abusers use on this app is by looking up sad or depression group chats and will prey on children that are looking for someone to talk to, aka a shoulder to lean on. You can apply that to any case, but I just didn't know. I don't know, man. If I didn't know that, I feel like other people don't know that, and I just want to make you guys aware of that. That's a method abusers will use. These abusers will look up depression chat or LGBT chat simply to prey on vulnerable minors. And this is a huge problem on the app. There are articles and articles.
The big problem is anyone downloading the app, it sounds like.
Put into place.
Sounds like just downloading the app should flag the
Talks
FBI.
about CP and gore trades going on in the app, but of course, I'm not going to go out of my way to research that. Just like the Discord video, I mentioned that it exists. So again, I keep comparing this app to Discord because if you think about it, there's already a lot of shady shit that goes on Discord that isn't talked about, and imagine something that isn't even mainstream. There's also a live functionality, and that is something completely new to me. I had no idea Discord had a live section. Like, what? Back in 2013, it was just a texting app. That was it. The most damage you could do is make your name like your name and then is typing to trick people into thinking that you're typing. Yeah, the live section is extremely sexual and revolves around girls getting money from simps, or guys too. I even joined and asked if you could make a living on the app like one would on Twitch.
How does the donating system work? What is the... So that is, if you would like to donate and tip your streamer guy, you hit that gift box at the bottom, and then you buy credits, and you send whatever gifts you like, preferably the wheels. The wheels, it's hard to know what they are, but they like spin like this, and they're mystery wheels. It says mystery, and then you could hit a bonus.
Oh,
nice. Let's go.
Because he's like, I'm waiting. Let's
I
see
don't
what
get
you
it.
got to
Can
say.
you dig in and
Tough.
tell me a little
Come on.
more? Oop, there it goes.
She saw me in the nudie.
Sarah and I saw each other talk.
Give her the dragon.
Changing into our panties and bras. Can people make living off of going live on Kik? Sure, guy, if you're cool enough. If you suck, then no.
Right.
Rosie, hello.
If you suck, then no.
I mean, maybe if you suck, you could. If you know what I mean.
The live section is definitely not for kids. I mean,
hey, what are you talking about? That was good. That was high quality stuff.
So now let's head on over to Kik's contradictions. The worst thing about the app
is the intended demographic.
For everything
that looks like great live streams.
You'd expect this to be an 18+ sex app, right? No. The minimum age to use Kik is 13 years old. And this is a document taken from their website, Kik.com. Want to know the name of the document? Kik's Guide for Parents. Yes. It's like, dude, whoever the team is behind Kik right now, you know that kids are on this app. So why would you make it that when you open the app and you just create your account, it looks like a sex app? The screenshots I'm showing you, I had just made that account about 1 minute prior. I'm using a fresh new account. This isn't like some old account that has an algorithm like TikTok that shows things to your liking. No, fresh new account, fresh email. It's so irresponsible and gross. And the fucking group chat topics being overrun by sex chats and the sex bots that DM you. When I had just made my account, I did not join any group chats. I just made it and let it sit there for like 2 hours. I already had 2 sex bots DMing me. Again, there was no algorithm to that.
No,
I just made my account. I'm pretty sure you guys can make an account right now and sex bots will DM you. Go try it out if you don't believe me. And remember, 13+, right? How old does my teen need to be to use Kik? Teens between 13 and 18 years old need to have permission from their parent or legal guardian before they create a Kik account and start using Kik. Your teen will be asked to enter their birthday when they create their account. If the birthday entered is for someone younger than 13, the account won't be registered. Y'all act like every kid that is gonna download Kik is gonna ask their mom if they can download Kik. No one asks their fucking parents, bro. And if they like choose to respond, like Kik, if you choose to respond to how horrible your app is, that's probably gonna be their excuse. They're probably gonna be like, well, actually, we always tell the kids to get their parents to give them permission first. It's like, no.
To be fair, and not to defend Kik, it is absolutely a parent's responsibility to monitor what their kids download and engage on the internet. I am so tired of parents blaming companies. The parents have a fucking responsibility to actually be a parent. It's not up to the internet to raise the kids. Now, this obviously shouldn't be accessible to kids in the first place. Like, this is just like a dog shit degenerate app. But I'm speaking on the whole. Fucking parents don't do shit anymore and blame everyone but themselves when, like, oh my god, my kid was... He left YouTube Kids app, and instead of getting Finger Family, he watched, Ludwig talk about why he's not his friend. And now all of a sudden my kid's crying, and I'm fucking pissed at Ludwig, and YouTube ruined everything. You know, it's like, do some parenting. It makes me so frustrated. That is one of, like, my biggest pet peeves. It's been like that for the last, like, 3 years, I'd say. It's gotten really bad. Especially on YouTube, where they keep having to, like, pressure YouTube, like, YouTube fucking hates kids. YouTube ruins kids' lives. When it's like, you just let your kids go on YouTube completely unmonitored. And then they found a Nexpo video on a morbid topic or something. Like, it's your fault. You suck. Like, face it.
Guide for parents alludes to the fact that they know kids are on the app, but I gave them the benefit of the doubt. This document was made in 2017, so I looked for the most recent version of it. Maybe the rules had changed, and I actually did find a more updated version. This is from March of 2021, and guess what? It's deleted. Yeah, like, come on, creators, you have to be more responsible about this. Another contradiction is their App Store and Google Play Store ratings. And I'm not talking about the 5-star ratings. I'm talking about the rating that they give their own app, you know, the age rating, right? On the App Store, they are rated 17+, which, by the way, is still a minor in most states. And on the Google Play Store, they are rated T14, which literally means 13+. I checked the Google Play Store website about the ratings.
It's not like
and
a
yes,
game.
13+. I honestly just don't like the fact that they don't try to hide that their app is just a sex bot. That's probably how they make all their money now, from simps spending all their life savings on the girls on Kik Live. Look, Kik Team, if you see this video, or if people are outraged by this or some shit, either remove all the sexual content from the app, clean up the hashtags and sex bots, or simply make the app 18+ everywhere.
True, it should just be an 18+ app.
Kik. Like, no, this is a sex app. It is clearly a sex app. And if you don't want to admit that, well then clean it up with better moderation. How is it that when you make a Kik account and you just leave it sitting, you get sex bots DMing you? Is this not a problem? Like, I've never seen such an unmoderated app in my life that is available to minors. By the way, don't try to sue me, because all the information I'm getting is from using your app and looking at your ratings. That's literally it. I'm not like defaming you or anything. This isn't defamation of character. This is what you've written on your website and how it's contradicting other shit you've made, aka the entire app. I just think it's horrible how if you literally go to the Kik Wikipedia page, there is a controversy section with 3 whole paragraphs talking about minors' use of the Kik app and explicit content. Like many other social media services, Kik has garnered negative attention due to instances of minors exchanging explicit messages and photos with adults, causing law enforcement and the media to frequently express concerns about the app. Automated spam bots have also been used to distribute explicit images and texts over Kik Messenger. A state law enforcement official interviewed by the New York Times in February 2016 identified Kik as the problem app of the moment. Police said they found Kik's response
popular in 2016?
frustrating, and one detective said obtaining information from Kik was a bureaucratic nightmare. I just can't believe that it's to the point where they have this stained on their Wikipedia page and they haven't fixed it. It is the year 2022. I feel like at this point, you should at least get rid of the starter page with the key tags. It's like, that's the first thing you should do. That's so easy for them to do. I don't understand how they don't give a fuck. I personally think they're just making a ton of money off the fucking lives, and they don't care. Using the app live.
I would venture to guess the reason that it stays totally unmoderated is because the second they moderate it, everyone just goes to Discord. Right now, the only thing that keeps it afloat is the pure degeneracy and, I guess, illegal activity that takes place on it. So the second they can no longer conduct business on Kik, they just die. Like, there's nothing else on there, it seems. Except for apparently the guy Tuv talked to, who's a lifelong Kik stan or whatever. But he's one of a dying breed. I don't think he's necessarily donating money to the Kik live streamers. Or if it's, I don't even know if it's money. It was like pictures of dragons and wheels and shit. So I'm guessing that's the only reason it stays that way.
I just want to open up the app and let's go through it together. I haven't opened it up in about a few hours. Maybe it's actually open right now. Let's see. Okay, so it's connecting at the top. Okay, cool. So I'm gonna have to blur almost everything. First of all, it's overrun by ads and it's fucking gross. Like, why? Anyway, that's not a big critique. If we go to the top where it says 11 new chats, look at this. Do you guys see this?
No, I can't.
13 plus, right?
I can't see it. Just paint a picture. Is it goatsy?
Chatting with single
Blue
guys.
waffle?
21. Oh my god. You will see explicit photos. Please be discreet. What is that an IP address? What did you just send me? And you know it's so weird.
Don't
that
click
they use
it.
the same profile picture. Like poor woman who's being used. Like what is this, bro? Is there a secret ring being going on Kik? Probably.
Well, it's not a
There
secret.
probably is a secret ring going on Kik.
Bro, they just sent you the IP to it. It's not secret.
Guys, look at the ads. Look at the ads on this 13 plus app. I can't make this shit up. It's like we're in an episode of South Park. Like, what the fuck? So the thing is, with this account that I'm using on my phone, I'm actually soft banned, which means I can't really enter lives, and I don't think I could actually enter any new group chats. So if we go to public groups,
Why? What
I don't think
happened?
it's gonna load in. Oh, actually, never mind. Yeah, look at that. K-pop.
Look
Look at all the K-pop
and
groups that
Dampo.
are just sex chats for grown men or grown adults, I should say. I shouldn't just single out men, but dude, I mean,
Thanks,
literally,
Brian Baca.
think about it. A kid downloads this app, right? Ooh, Pokemon. Let's go to Pokemon. There are nudes right there. There are nudes right there on the app, right? It's horrible.
How
because
cool
the
is
fact
that,
they have
right?
A guide for the
You get
parents,
Pokemon
parents in their right mind would let their
and
kid use
tits.
Kik. And again, there are tons of stories about kids getting groomed on this specific app. And it seems like no one gives a fuck about it. Again, it's because it's not famous anymore. No one turns their head to this. Like in the Discord video,
Yeah, I can't believe
told you
Kik's
guys
still
to leave your
alive.
stories down below if you feel comfortable. And you guys did. And it seemed like you guys were really helping each other out in the comment section.
Thanks,
So if you
Prime
guys do
Muffin.
feel comfortable,
The
leave your
reset
stories
ball.
about using Kik down below. Or any app for that matter. I just want to let you guys know that this is a nice community where you guys can communicate with each other. If you guys want to join the Discord and talk to each other in voice chat or in the general chat, make sure to join it. It's just discord.gg/tuv. I mean, not everything is bad on Kik. Some group chats actually do help people. Like I was saying, there are depression chats where people do help each other, but it's like such a gem to
Just
find
go
an actual
somewhere
group
else.
chat with humans.
Why stay on
Or at
Kik?
least decent
Just go to
humans. There's no
Discord.
point in downloading the app or depending on the
Fucking
app.
Skype.
Kik
I don't know,
creators, if
man.
you're
Why
watching this,
stay there?
Please fix your app. Please fix the ratings. Do something about it. But yeah, that's it for this video.
Well, that was interesting. I can't believe Kik Messenger is still alive. I really can't. That's pretty nuts to me.